106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Welcome to the Goddamn Podcast with Drew and TJ. Let's get this goddamn thing started.
You're goddamn right.
All right. Let's see how all this goes. Chad, let me know because I had to change mics here for you guys because y'all were saying there was problems. Let me know how those are going. Darkmatter says it sounds all right, but we'll see.
I can hear some like backgroundy stuff.
Oh, can you?
Hold on. Say something, Drew.
Talking. Test.
That sounds fine. That's fine. It's probably just Darkmatter. He's usually the cause of all our problems.
Well, I mean, he had to go dig his mic and everything out of the hole he buries in.
Well, maybe it is like I don't know. Maybe it's like kind of got a rumble to it when it peaks. If nobody else hears it, it doesn't bother me at all. But there's a lot of audio files out there. You know, I'm using the same camera that someone sent me years ago because they were like, "Yo, I love your Octopus Prime channel," but they're like, "But I watch it on like a 50-inch TV," which was like a big TV, a few years ago. Big enough, still a big TV, but they're like, and your fucking quality, the video quality is terrible. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not really there to make it look like I just want to say my piece. For all I care, I just put a picture up or nothing at all, and you just hear me. I really don't care about the aesthetics of it. He's like, well, it bothers me. He's like, you should get an HD camera. I was like, go ahead, buy me one. And so he fucking did. It sent it to me, and so obviously I took the time to actually use it and upgrade the quality settings and everything like that when I was recording, and he was like thrilled to death, and I'm still using that same fucking camera. I just don't care so much about everything showing up smoothly, but when people are watching, they care. So they care either about how it looks, the video quality. Obviously lagging pisses everyone off, but sound quality is important. And if shit is like clipping or peaking or any of that shit, it's gonna kind of get annoying. I've listened to podcasts before that were super funny and interesting, but like one guy would be way too loud and the other one too quiet, and so you're constantly fucking with the volume, trying to like not have your ears blown out by the fucking loud guy. And it's not that it's just his mic is their levels are not right. So you guys feel free to let us know. We appreciate the input. We are not fucking professionals, as you might have figured out by now.
Well, it's basically like
best.
That's basically like watching a DVD or a Blu-ray. Like the fucking sound will go from like they're just talking, then there's an explosion and your fucking house rattles.
Yeah, some movies are really bad about that. The Matrix is really bad about that because people, when the dialogue in the Matrix, half of it is whispering, this and this, especially the second one. They're trying. That's their substitute for drama.
Yeah, it's meant to build tension.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you have a shootout. It's like, bah, 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 and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
they had. I don't know if they still do it, but they had models of TVs that had features that would equalize.
Oh, I wish they still did.
Like a compression thing, because I thought
it would equalize so if it's like a loud commercial, it would not come through loud, and if it was quiet, it would bring it up, and it would like try and equalize the volume so that it was kind of steady.
Yeah,
what a great idea.
Yeah, I thought before over the years about buying a compressor and hooking it up to like TV, so like all your volume for the technical side of it, all the volume that comes through stays at like one level. If it's too low, which is really rare, it'll boost it.
What works best for us is we have a sound bar, and it's not even like a great one, but if you turn it up, it's super loud. But the trick is you just like turn the TV volume off if you want, or just kind of down when you're watching a movie, and then use those as like secondary little tweeters or whatever, and let your sound bar and keep it low so it's not like ridiculous. But that has tended to make things a lot more clear and under. I'm not like, turn it up, I can't hear it. It's not like that at all. It's like, oh, cool, I'm listening to this dialogue, and like Darkmatter said, like next thing you know, it's a fucking gunfight, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, the fucking neighbors are gonna wake up, much less the fucking babies.
I almost walked out of the movie Dunkirk, not because I didn't like the movie, but just because the sound of the gunfire, like from the airplane, was so fucking loud, and the music got so loud. Just so that you could hear the dialogue, you know, they had to make the movie ridiculously loud, and I almost had to leave because
dude, who fucks that up? I like on my YouTube videos, I would literally adjust the volume. So sometimes you would get like videos you're responding to that are really loud and clippy, and you have to adjust it, or they're super quiet. But you adjust all that shit so that it's the same volume as your response. I don't want the, you know, the quiet video and then loud response. That's like such amateur bullshit, and they're doing fucking movies like that. It's like, figure your shit out. Did it sound good in your headphones and you never bothered to listen to it on a fucking speaker or something?
Yeah. There's a lot of that. I agree. It's for tension, especially for a lot of horror movies and action movies and stuff. But you can do the tension without me having to like max out the volume to hear dialogue. It just to like be just like bombarded and have like my house rattle because an explosion happens or a fucking cat jumps on a piano or something like that. It's just like jump scares are really bad with that in horror movies, because normally when the tension's building up, everything starts getting really quiet. And if like the characters are there, they're like, oh my god, like what's around the corner? Then all
the absolute worst is when the fucking like alarms go off in the movies, and it's just like like super, and I'm like, oh my god, where's the fucking remote? Where's the fucking remote? Babies are gonna fucking wake up. That's my entire life now. Loud noises. Shh, shh.
Jump scares to me are like the cheap shortcut method of horror. Like it's, you know, anyone could do it. I mean, a really good horror movie, it's all about that tension.
The jump scares are being used inappropriately in horror movies. What they need to start doing is putting jump scares in porn.
No,
it's big. That's. I'm gonna start like, you know, he's like
Jesus. You can all blame Tej.
Dude.
You can all blame Tej when that happens.
$1 million idea right there. I'm gonna scare the cum out of you.
Jesus Christ.
That's genius. I don't care. Darkmatter, you're just upset you didn't come up with it first.
Well, you younger kids won't remember this, but back in the 80s, porn, like right before the climax, they would show the guy's face, and I'm like, why do you do that? That is so fucked up.
This is this dude's O face, and now a close up of the ejaculation. Oh, yeah, joy of joys.
Yeah, they eventually figured out not to do that anymore, but I don't know why they ever started.
Darkmatter, how do you even keep it? Your poor like wife has got such a damaged husband. He's had fucking mom bush to the face. He's had the Japanese butt wall incest porn that he's had to explain to his wife.
I'm just a product of my country. This is not my fault. This is just the way they run the country.
And then the poor man just admitted to probably seeing how many hundreds of men ejaculate. How many hundreds of men from the 80s did you watch their faces as they...
Good God.
Oh, God. All right. Anyway, quick announcements. It's getting towards the end of the month. Drew and I will figure out when we're going to do the patron show, and I will send out the messages. And I will try very hard to remember to send, I think it's Stephen James that I have to email. So remind me if I start forgetting Stephen James, please remind me. Feel free to write me an email and say, don't forget. To our new patrons, we really, welcome. We really appreciate it. If there are any more of you that are still on the fence or would like to support us, patreon.com/goddamn, subscribestar.com/goddamn. Also, we appreciate both. And as usual, Streamlabs will be opening
it right now, guys.
Now until the end of the show, and get those Streamlabs in. We really appreciate it. I was actually thinking about doing a highest Streamlabs prize tonight, and it's a cool one. I think I've showed it off once before. This is fucking giant. It's
oh wow,
dude, it's a badass, and it's Bastard. It's the name of the freaking show, and I do believe.
What's that about? I've never heard of that.
I have no fucking idea. I'm guessing a bastard.
I would imagine it's about a guy that was born out of wedlock. Darkmatter.
It's an art FX. It's an art FX which makes good fucking stuff. I've bought a lot of their stuff before. Bastard high-end figure version 2. It has a $26 price sticker on it, and that's from back God knows when. So here's hoping it went up in value. But I will make this the prize for the highest Streamlabs. This is kind of big. Fortunately, it's not overly heavy, so it shouldn't cost too much to ship. So please make it worth my while.
Born out of a show about a guy born out of wedlock.
Sounds so intense.
Dude, didn't Seinfeld do a thing where like George Costanza was hanging out with these like cowboy types, and they were calling everybody "you bastard" and "you son of a bitch," and then fucking Elaine, he starts doing it around Elaine, and she picks it up, or no, he says it, and he's like her neighbor. In neighboring apartment, the lady comes out with her baby, and George Costanza is now picked it up, and he's like, "Oh, that's a cute little bastard right there." And then later on, the lady's talking to Elaine. She's like, "I told you about this child in confidence."
Well, I actually get that Seinfeld reference. I'm so limited on the Seinfeld I've seen, but I remember that episode because it's
a fantastic.
It's
one.
like he's trying to court these businessmen from Houston, I think.
Yeah.
So all these dudes show up in like cowboy hats.
And they just want to drink and fucking go out and do shit. And it's like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yes.
Hey, I just thought of a joke. What is the ultimate submission hold? The wedlock.
I knew it was going to be bad when he said, "I've got a joke." Oh.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's like something you would get on the bottom of a beer can if it was really bad beer.
It's not even a Laffy Taffy.
No, Laffy Taffy is bad, but they're not that bad. For Christ's sake, fucking Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy has got some horrendous fucking jokes.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
What's the coolest vegetable? A radish. Like, get the fuck out of here. Go away.
Cernian says, "I watched Battlefield 2025. It sucked." I've never heard of that one, but have you heard of this movie called Battlefield Earth?
I knew. See it from a mile away. I thought you were gonna say Battlefield Earth 2025 or some fucking like.
You got to remake
Battlefield Earth 2.
You know, I was at. Do you guys have half price books? Do y'all do those over there? It's like a chain over here of like used books. And anyways, I went there today and I was just looking through.
We have Goodwills.
Oh, we have those
where it's full of Pat Robertson books and shit like that. Like, I stopped buying them. I felt so fucking stupid and guilty of buying all these fucking. And it's all from old people that have died, and they've just given their shit to Goodwill.
I will you my Bill
and it's,
O'Reilly collection.
Dude, I think it's Scope is the one that got the Pat Robertson signed book. I found that at Good fucking Will. I was going through. I was like, "Oh, there's a Pat Robertson book," and I always check and I fucking flip it open, and it's holy shit, this is signed by Pat Robertson.
Yeah, I mean, we have
Best
Goodwills.
$2 I ever spent.
We have Goodwills. We have Barnes and Nobles. We have a lot of thrift stores, but there's also it's like a I guess a smaller chain, but there's several of them all around. Like
they have
Houston
outdoor
area.
bookstores like in Ojai.
Oh, well, maybe
Remember?
I don't know. Haven't looked. I remember
Where Neeb was just picking out all the Nazi books he could fucking find, Nazi seance and shit like that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna have to sneak these across the border.
The reason I brought that up is because I stumbled across the entire L. Ron Hubbard collection, and I almost bought a used copy of Dianetics. It was $2.99.
Dude,
and
you should have.
I should have bought it. I either picked it up and was just like skimming through it, and I'm like, God
No,
damn.
if it's still there the next time you go back, you pick that shit up.
Oh, they had several of them.
You pick up several of them. I will take them as prizes, and I will give them out. People will enjoy them.
They used to bombard television. Again, when I'm going back to the 80s, they used to bombard TV back in the 80s with Dianetics commercials. Answers to all your perplexing questions. This shit is etched in my brain.
They used to also have fucking, what is it? Miss Cleo, the cats don't lie. Okay, the shit that they have allowed on television is fucking ridiculous. My mom loves this, what's the fucking name of the guy? It's like Jack Benny, all right? You know who Jack Benny is? It's like an entertainer from like the fucking 50s. You know, but the skits are hilarious. But she's like begging me. She's like, I want to watch. She's like, it comes on fucking once a week for half an hour. She's like, I would love it if I could just watch more of that. So I was like, sure. And I've just bought her a couple of Jack Benny fucking, compilation discs or whatever, and fucking let her, because she knows how to work the DVD player. And she is thrilled to death about that. But I'm over there, and she's like, oh, pop one of those in. Oh, sure. And it's fucking, like, a part of the show is a girl coming out and fucking giving a jingle about, like, Lucky Strikes. She's like, Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike. It's like this, and it's really weird. It's not even a jingle. It's just, like, saying it 3 times with a pause. And very, very strange shit. But it was totally, totally fucking normal for a very long time. And then it's looked at like, oh, this is ridiculous. And that's what I always bring up, that in the future, not even the fucking distant future, we're going to look back at the way we're doing shit now, and we're going to be like, dude, you remember when we used to pay for data on a cell phone? Just like right now when we're like, remember when you used to pay for roaming?
Yeah.
And then so like 7 years from now, it'll be like, dude, remember when we used to pay for data?
Yeah.
And then eventually it'll be like, dude, remember when people fucking carried around smartphones? Because it'll all be fucking like in a goddamn contact you wear on your eyeball or some shit. You know what I mean?
I'm all for it.
Let's do it.
I'm terrified of change. Let's never advance as a species. Oh, okay, wait. Let's advance technologically, but not like intellectually. Is that fair? Mr. Poopy Bald Hole.
But I don't like poopy bald holes. I like poopy hairy holes. Will have absolutely nothing to do with a vagina. I was just going to say, if I were in Japan and someone asked me if I wanted to get some cream pies, I'd say, yeah, sure. I like the taste of cream pies. What's wrong with that?
Oh.
フォークユー、ダークマター、ユーボールド、フォークユシングサイコ、if, I ever see your face, I'm gonna hit you with a Mexican pato pocket, go look that shit, up and read it.
I did not see what was said, and I cannot understand.
You were laughing too hard at what you were fucking saying. That totally unedited. Those phrases come out of his mouth consecutively and without provocation.
Okay, he told you to say this, but I guess he meant hot pocket instead of pot pocket.
Oh, what am I supposed to say? What was the what was the Streamlab? What did it say? Just to read this?
Yeah, he said look that up and read it.
In any voice? It's just my own voice?
Oh, please do your own voice so we know it's you.
I can't.
Wait. I need to mute myself for this.
I can't. I can't imagine doing this in my own voice.
Do it.
No.
Yeah, do it in your own voice. It's fine.
I don't think I should, because then people will use it against me.
I don't know what you're talking about. When has that ever happened?
Yeah, for real. It's not like in the Streamlabs. In before this, you didn't say in your fucking own voice that you like eating cream pies, which could easily, by the way, be and has been used against you. So, I mean, you already got both feet in it. You know, follow through, son.
So this is what a Mexican hot pocket is. Step 1, take a shit inside a sock. Step 2, throw it on the ground and then piss on it. Step 3, pick up and slap someone in the grill with the sock. Step 4, repeat if necessary. Larry is such a douche, we should give him a Mexican hot pocket.
Man.
That's disgusting, God.
You dudes that come up with this stuff.
Why would you invent such thing, God? Let's be honest. No. You invented people.
Yes, I invented people.
No. You invented people.
And then sin entered the world and ruined my creation.
No. But you invented poop, and you invented fucking piss, and you invented socks, and you invented grills in order to slap with said poop and piss filled socks.
I never said to mix them all together, TJ.
But I mean, you gave them the ingredients. You know, nobody said to mix together the shit to bake bread, but it happened. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Trump 2020.
Wow.
Think it through.
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, dude.
I think we have Trump's next ad.
Dude, some of these ads I'm like, what? They're so bad. It's so bad. Biden's totally easy to go after. Go after him on the real shit. But I think they're saving it. I hope they are. I want to knock down, drag out, fucking gaff fest for us to cover. That's all that matters to me at this point.
I've been looking forward to the debates since like 2016. I didn't even know who the fuck it was. I was just looking forward to them.
Is there a date set?
I thought they were trying to not do the debates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they were just not going to do them like in.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. They better fucking do them. But if they don't do them, they could even do them live. Do you remember the last debate for the Dem primaries? It was basically over, but it was still just Bernie and Biden. And COVID was going on, and they had them in the same room. They had no audience, but they had like the people asking questions. But they just kept Bernie and Biden like across from each other.
Yeah.
Like at a distance. Like, just do that.
That's fine. These motherfuckers get tested more than any of us anyway. They're going to know if they have it.
Yeah, and they have those like super badass tests where you know in like 20 minutes or whatever. If you
oh yeah, they probably not. No, that's like what us plebs consider badass. They have like insta tests. Yeah. They have a machine that blows you while it tells you you're negative for COVID-19.
Streamlabs.
We showed one of those machines on the podcast. Remember those Japanese hands-free sperm receptacle?
Of course, Darkmatter won't forget.
Yeah. Darkmatter never forgets.
Look, I'm a fucking expert when it comes to sperm receptacles, okay?
He's like, dude, back in the 80s, they used to zoom in on the sperm receptacle's face when it came before you came.
Let's see. I'm actually looking this up because I really want to know. 2020 United States presidential debates, or a series of debates for the election.
And we know what they are.
Debates sponsored by the Commission on Presidential Debates are scheduled to take place between September 29th and October 22nd.
Bro, I think Twix should sponsor the fucking debates because they have the left side and the right side. It's I think it's super genius. I personally always buy the left Twix. I'm kidding. I don't give a fuck. It's Twix. I don't care, but it's a pretty good marketing ploy. It's like when they had Mike and Ike break up. It's like the first time you've heard of Mike and Ike in the fucking news. ever since like its invention or whatever. And they were literally it was a great marketing ploy. So then they just had the Mike boxes and they just had the Ike boxes, but they were no Mike and Ike. And then they finally got back together after a few months.
Okay.
I was like, great marketing ploy. You probably sold a lot more Mike and Ikes after that stupid bullshit, but people are, sheep.
This says
Sheeple.
This says the first debate was supposed to be Tuesday, September 29th at the University of Notre Dame in Indiana.
Hey, they should do it at the actual Church of Notre Dame.
In late July, the institution withdrew from hosting due to concerns over the pandemic. So I guess they got to find the spot.
They just do fucking. I don't care if it's Zoom. I really don't care if
I would rather be in person. I think they ought to do it in person.
Sure, but I mean, what are the Trump gonna awkwardly like stand around and fucking make fake like weird? It doesn't matter to me anymore. We've seen so much of this from both of these old fucking men like that are just complete gaff machines. And while you're right, it would be more entertaining if they were in person. It would be better if there was a fucking audience.
Yeah,
like that. I say like fucking fill a football stadium and place these two motherfuckers in the fucking middle of the field and have them like. I want to hear the roars and boos and fucking craziness going on.
Yeah, that's
show what our country actually is.
Full on idiocracy, in other words.
Yes, I want to show it. Show it. You are that dumb. I want to see it. Don't pretend. This is the America is Rick Perry putting on glasses to look fucking smart, right? And fooling nobody. And then America is Trump hiring the guy he said was an idiot just trying to look smart with the glasses to be the Secretary of fucking Energy after he said he was an idiot.
Somebody showed a video on Twitter of there was a forest fire. I don't know if it was a forest fire. It was a fire that spread to the point where there was a place where there was a American flag, on a flagpole, and firefighters actually went in there to save the American flag, and they're right next to the flames. And somebody said that it was the perfect metaphor for America, because they're going in to save a flag for the camera, wasting resources while everything around them burns down. It's
it's like that same argument about like caring about the freedoms more, like caring about the flag more than you care about like the freedoms.
Yeah,
it's like
we've had this discussion. Darkmatter is a fucking vet. He will tell you that he did not fight for the fucking flag. He fought for the freedoms it represents, and I respect him 1,000 times more because of that. Because he understands that than I do someone else that's like, people died and you have the nerve. No, they died for the freedom, not for the fucking fabric.
Yeah, Trump wanted to put people in jail for a year for burning the flag. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yep. Look, you might not like it, and so here's how it works in a free society. If you don't like it, don't do it, and you can speak out about it if you like. But that's it. That's the extent of how it goes. You're free to speak out against things you don't like. As far as like freedom of expression, freedom of speech, and shit like that. There are limitations where you can't like incite a riot, yell fucking fire in a movie theater, make threats or shit like that without consequence. So that those are the limitations though. It's basically when you're infringing on someone else. Burning a flag does not directly infringe on anybody.
It is crazy because you mentioned like the Rick Perry thing. It is crazy how goddamn common that is in politics, and just I guess it's how quick things move, because like that was an obvious one, and with Trump is doing that with Rick Perry, like just like a few years earlier had stated that he's like, well, this is just an idiot who put on glasses to pretend he's smart. Talked all that shit about Mitt Romney, but apparently
it was a few months. It was a few months.
And then he floated the idea, like after all that shit he talked about Romney, he like floated the idea of having, right, he didn't give Romney the position, but like floated the idea of having Romney as like a higher up in his cabinet. It's like, dude, just like a few months ago you were talking shit. So it's a similar thing, the Biden Kamala thing, where she just like strongly implied that he was a racist who hung out with segregationists, and that she believed his accusers. And then,
Yeah.
like, dude, this was like in the same election cycle. Then now it's like, let's go to work. Let's do this. It's like, really?
They literally had like a picture, you know, the leak of Trump's notes when they got like turned over or whatever. They got a picture of it. They had one for Biden, and like the number one thing about Kamala was like, doesn't hold a grudge.
Well,
That was the number one thing.
I saw the picture. It's like Biden's holding his phone and it's upside down, and like it's when he's.
Oh
making...
no, that's the one where, but it's because he's trying to. I believe he has someone else on the call there, and he's trying to have the speaker towards like his computer or whatever.
Oh yeah, because the thing I saw was like the video they had set up where Biden's sitting at the office, you know, takes his mask off, and he's watching, I guess, like the Skype call or whatever with Kamala. He's like, you ready to get to work? It's like, oh my God, I was just born ready. It's like,
oh, this shit is all just fucking terrible.
Yeah, dude, it's so awful.
It is so fucking made up. This is like, you know, reality TV was, you know, is basically what we really have thrived for forever. It's like that, and I'm not talking about like filming real things. I'm talking about like the editing part where they create the fucking drama that isn't there, and they stir up bullshit that isn't there because it's boring to watch people just go to work. Yeah, you have to focus on the drama, and you have to create those, and that's all they do. They focus on each other's bullshit, and they don't fucking create like or really accomplish much of anything. You know how I know I'm right? Everyone fucking hates Congress, yet incumbents almost always win.
Yeah.
So everybody's sick of Congress, but fucking continues to vote in the same fucking assholes that they say they're sick of. So it's just an unfixable fucking problem when you keep coming at a fucking nail with a screwdriver. You're not fucking accomplishing anything. Anyway, all right, enough of this. Let's give them some content.
This podcast has become the MTV of podcasts. I don't know exactly what that means. Is it because we don't play music videos?
Yeah, it's because we used to play music videos, bro. We used to play content, and now we don't.
All right. I guess we can start with 2020 fucking with us. By the way, if you guys have never seen midget wrestling, I really recommend you guys go if they ever open back up. I've seen it twice. It's amazing.
Bro.
Well, games to metal, I bet you're pretty sorry you'd ever type that in the,
exactly.
chat.
Bro.
That's it. We just do the political analogy couldn't be any more clear after watching this. Do we want to give them the handle or the dip?
Well, it takes a big person to admit when they're wrong. Not a little person.
Mm. Oh boy.
Yeah, seriously. One end was way worse than the other. Like the comparison, one side dwarfed the other.
Ugh.
I definitely would have rather. I guess I'm thinking I would rather have the plunger side. That was a perfect fucking. Oh, so okay, bring that shit back up. Okay, all right, and pause it. All right. So when he's flipping it back and forth, all right, the guy he's sitting on top of, that's America, and he's flipping it back and forth between Biden and Trump, and you're gonna get stuck in the ass, no matter what. So choosing one over the other, do you really feel like a winner? If your option is to get kicked in the nuts or punched in the nose, and you get to choose, are you a winner because you chose? Or let's say everyone gets to vote whether you get kicked in the nuts or punched in the nose. And you're voting for kicked in the nuts, and kicked in the nuts wins. Did you really win when you get kicked in the nuts? You understand what I'm saying? It's this
philosophy for the ages, TJ.
No, it's just that people are fucking extremely like short-sighted with this like win-win-win thing. They want to win, and they don't think about what it actually means when they allow it to, you know, our politics to become this fucking circus.
Can I ask if short-sighted was part of the repertoire of puns that you've been assailing us with?
It would be little of him to sink that low.
Yeah, exactly.
He would take the plunge. I'm sure of it.
Look, there's no shortage of puns over here. Okay, you're not half the man I am when it comes to puns. All right.
No, I regret playing that video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's try the snake taxi.
Dude,
Probably the
Yeah,
safer place to be.
Frog has got shit figured out. I'm sorry, he does.
bro, that thing can easily turn around and attack something that's that far back on it. That's why you don't grab a snake by the middle, because it can turn around and bite you. You grab it behind the fucking head. Maybe this is a symbiotic relationship somehow. You know, I guess.
Wonder if the snake knows he's there. The snake can gobble that little toad up.
What is that? That's
Some kind of boa, huh?
boa. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A boa and a toada.
The toad is trusting him, even though he's a snake in the grass.
Oh my god.
It's the princess and the frog.
KO'd.
Why?
Yeah.
How do you knock yourself out? That's insane.
Well, you've literally made the can harder by shaking it up first. That when the carbon, so when you do these can busts, you want it to be as unshaken as possible, because it literally just strengthens the walls of the can. These people are morons.
I like the
It pushes out. So like when you drop a soda and it does that weird fucking like bulge thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's from obviously it hitting, but also the fucking
pressure.
The carbonated water fucking activating it. It creates that much more, pressure inside the can to push it out. So when you shake shit up, the can becomes that much harder. I'll tell you, the old lady had some like corn syrup from like the Aldi, and it's in a plastic bottle, but the bulb at the top, like it wasn't even thick plastic. I mean, thicker than like a water bottle or whatever, but I could not get it to. I was sitting there, it was driving me crazy. I'm using like one hand and I'm trying to fucking crush the bubble right there, and it won't go. And I'm using two hands, and I'm pushing down on the fucking counter. I was like, that is the sturdiest fucking design ever. It felt like glass, and it was plastic. Yeah, people are stupid, and I don't respect them. That's right, I just have sex with them.
Let's try this one.
All right.
I said corn syrup.
Ready? Those are hot dogs.
Dude, I'm surprised they're not mobbing him. I just got back today. The wife and I just got back from a lake house that we were all staying at with the family. It's a place we used to stay whenever we were kids. We just rented out every once in a while. But dude, like at night, this is exactly like what last night was like. We got fish off the back pier, and they all just show up, and they just stand there, and they go like,
Yeah, dude, what they wash their hands before they eat.
yeah, they're like,
They're fucking. They're cute as fuck. All right, first of all, but the fact that they act like bandits and they got the fucking little mask going on, that does it for me every time. They fucking like wash their hands, and they're fucking wily and smart. I've been at camps on like small, like I don't know, camps. Like me and 4 other fucking people camped on a small little island out in the middle of a river overnight. Woke up in the middle of the night, heard some noise, and shined my flashlight, and there's a line of like 9 raccoons, shoulder to shoulder, doing a sweep of the fucking camp. And I'm like, holy shit! Like, how do 9 of you like survive on this little fucking island? But the fuckers will swim. They don't give a shit. They're tough little bastards. I love raccoons, even though they are a pain in the ass. trash pandas.
I know, I see
They
ya.
totally are.
You go.
These are all wild raccoons, huh?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, yeah.
I got my
But apparently he's a fan because he has a little totem.
Dude, a little
over.
welcome totem,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, hell yeah.
They've been here before. I take it.
Oh, no, he's-
strong shirt on. I got in the mail the other day. Come here. I'm not worried about.
Oh, he
you.
has
You
a
were
bucket
here
for them to
2
wash
hours
their
to
hands
off.
too. Oh, what a fucking nice guy. Poor guy's probably like a fucking widower, or his wife's a real bitch.
Did all kinds.
I spend my days hanging out with the raccoon.
Yeah, fucking dude, fuck you, Betty. I'll go hang out with the fucking raccoons, you dirty cunt. Where's the fucking hot dogs? There was hot dogs
3
here.
pounds of hot dogs, and I already gone through a pound.
2 pounds of hot dogs.
There. Stand up. Ready? You go. See, this fella here, he's nice.
He's nice. He goes and washes his hands.
Dude, there are different types of raccoons. I've had the type that were like inquisitive and would get close to you but weren't like a threat, and then I've had the type, like I said before, is out having a cigarette with my buddy, and one like this scraggly ass looking raccoon comes out of the dark into the light where we're having a cigarette, and I'm out there barefoot, and this fucking thing is like 6 feet away from me, like just walking by, and I'm like stomp my foot. I was like, yeah, and it didn't flinch one bit, and it like looked at me slowly like in a fucking horror movie and was like and I was like fucking flicked my cigarette and ran the fucking side. I was done. I'm out there barefoot, and that thing like gave me a look like, bitch, I've had a day. I will fuck you up.
Yeah, it's when they start growling. That's like
Oh, yeah,
we
you
were all
did.
having fun with them. It's like once they start like growling, like we would throw some food out, and like 2 would go for it, so they would kind of like growl and like nip at each other and stuff. You're like, oh man, all right, I don't want like
Yeah,
a whole
they're beastly.
gang of these getting up here.
Yeah, my buddy's got a skunk for a pet, which is kind of crazy as you know in itself, but you've seen the videos of people with raccoons for pets, and they just like, if you try it in a normal house, they just will eat through the walls and shit. Like, they're crazy. It's unfortunate because they're cute as fuck. They need to crossbreed, like, you know, red pandas and raccoons, and make like a calm, cute pet. Do it. We have the science. We have the technology.
Let's try living the life.
That's neat.
Yeah, so is that just like an overweighted boat?
It
Yeah,
pretty
it
much
looks like the motor
yes,
just like
abs-
sinks.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
The motor's
Maybe
like
not.
sunk.
I thought they had their shit together until I saw the motor. And then,
Yeah, I believe those pontoons are supposed to be above the water.
yeah.
7 people. Probably a little too much. It's probably meant for like 4. I mean, whatever. As long as it's running, I guess.
Yeah, but how much
Yes.
lower is that motor got to get before it doesn't work anymore?
Well, I mean, they're on pretty flat fucking water. They're not experiencing fucking surf.
Yeah, I would say they
Probably-
don't need to even go up that much, but it's still a little too much.
Fuck, that motor actually looks like it's fucking... The exhaust is under water the way it's bubbling. It doesn't look like that. Yeah. Watch the motor here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way it's bubbling, that's... Yeah, okay, so maybe not good. Not so good. Whatever.
Just gotta tell a couple of them. to
Dude,
find
whatever.
them
They
around.
obviously don't care too fucking much. If you hook up a fucking outboard to your goddamn picnic table, you're like, what the fuck ever. If it floats, it floats. If not, we swim. Somebody grab the beers.
Let's see.
If you have to poop, just grab it and fling it at a friend. Am I right, Drew?
That's the way
Am
we
I
do
right?
it. That's the way we do it. This podcast is fire. What do we think is going to happen, guys? It always goes so well when we do
boy.
fire videos.
If there's not at least some second-degree burns, I'm going to be disappointed.
If somebody
Slip.
doesn't end up in those flames, then this doesn't belong on the
Slip.
show. There we
oh,
go. That's
jeez.
bad. That is bad.
All right, let's see. Can you pause this? Let's see. Right about okay. Pause. Look at me, guys. And
That looks like the Reinventing the Seal album cover from.
oh, it
Panther.
almost does. It almost fucking
And
does.
this is what happened immediately after the picture was taken. Yeah.
dude.
Engulfed.
Dude. You've literally stoked the fire with your own fucking ass.
Is he wearing
least-
shoes at least? No.
I don't believe those are flip flops, dude.
I don't think he'll get resale value for that Clippers jersey either.
Not that it was worth much to begin with, but yeah. Are you watching, guys? Dude, he goes right into the center of it, and his hands go back. It looks like an established fire. It doesn't look like they just threw gas on this and immediately. It looks like that is a pallet.
That's pallets. Yeah, those are several pallets
that are fully like it's an important distinction, because if it's got that goddamn like briquette charcoal style like heat going on, when he puts his hand back and falls back, it's instant. It is instant. There's no like they just covered it with gas, lit it real quick, and so it's not hot. It's just on fire. This is like at an incredibly high heat. This is
I gotta say that this jump was not very palatable at all.
He thought he was hot stuff before, but now he's really hot stuff.
I still think the worst one we've seen was the person that put the sparkler in their mouth.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of really bad like burn ones, but
yeah, that one was another degree.
oh god.
I'm sorry, Drew. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it all out of my system before the break.
I don't think he dabbed first. Fudge is asking if he dabbed. I think he hit himself in the head with something.
Maybe.
Like the kid trying to hit himself in the head with the beer.
Check this out, guys. I bet I can't break something with my head and then fall in a fire.
I really showed them.
Yeah.
Did we do this one?
No.
No, but this looks like fucking copyright all over it.
Does it?
Really?
I don't know, because it looks like a prank channel or something.
It's a TikTok.
Is it?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Big! Oh!
Oh,
Babe,
he's. By the way,
babe.
I think I've seen this. He uses menthol under his eyes to make himself cry. So he's like, looks like he's really crying.
Just come here, quick. Okay. I just need you to trim it.
No,
Just trim it where the right at the top of the finger is. Okay.
Are you sure?
Right there, quick.
Let me call somebody. Just let me call somebody.
No, don't use both hands because it's very thick. Okay. No, down a little bit further. Down there.
It's gonna hurt.
No, you're gonna need to go down right. No, right there.
I'm trying.
No,
I'm trying.
right there.
I'm trying.
Right there.
I'm trying.
She fucking knows.
Okay. Right there. Right there.
See, fake as fuck.
Jeez. Dude, I want
They're
to.
playing on the dumb blonde scheme.
It could be, but I've seen enough dumb people on the internet to just be like,
No, if that was politics instead of a staple, then I would totally believe it. Bro, seriously, I've been having back and forth with Joe on Facebook.
oh,
He is like, well, he posts dumb shit, and I'll just like leave like a snarky comment or something like, one of those comments, like, oh, well, then I'm sure blah blah blah. Like everyone's like, because I'm here in Florida, so everyone's like, mail-in voting. Okay, so first of all, it'll be like the same people that are like, COVID-19 is not a big deal, only a couple percent die, and then those same fucking people will be like, 0.0001% mail or voter fraud is a huge ordeal. Like, okay. I think you got your priorities a little fucking twisted up there, but to each their own. But you cannot, you just can't fucking win. You can point out. He wanted to. They posted some. I mean, it just takes the low hanging fruit, which, by the way, we have all done and continue to do. Mm-hmm. But some of them are like, he posted a video of some guy, like a white pickup truck. There was like an altercation with fucking protesters. They fucking like swung on him or some shit, and then he ended up crashing his truck or whatever. But I watched like a bunch of different clips, a bunch of different people recorded it from different angles, and there are like 3 shitty people, maybe 4, in that clip, and then everyone else, like 20 something other fucking people that are around there, are all trying to fucking like stop it or help him. They fucking his cell phone while he's like laying on the ground or whatever, unconscious, unfortunately. But like his cell phone is like on his belly, and like nobody is taking it. Nobody's like ransacking his truck. And I was just pointing out, like, look, there's definitely douchebags there, but because he was like, fuck, every single person there needs to be charged or whatever. That kind of like, and then that ridiculousness. And I'm like, look, the people that fucked up and acted like that, absolutely. But the people that were just trying to fucking be helpful or whatever, like, you can't have like that zero tolerance fucking mindset for shit and expect to really, like, that's for simplifying shit is for simpletons. You can do better than fucking like all or nothing or fucking everyone or they're all like this. Like, I'm not that way with cops. There are tons of good cops, but there's bad cops out there too. Fuck the bad cops, support the good cops. Fuck the fucking like rioters, looters, and fucking opportunists. I'm okay with the fucking protesters. Protesting is American as fuck. Don't do it by fucking harming anyone else's fucking property. I can't encourage that. That once you do that, you fucking harm your message, and it really doesn't do you any fucking favors. I don't care how pissed off you are. It really does not. But like when they were protesting for civil rights and they did these sit-ins at like sandwich counters and shit, they would like sit there and just be berated. They wouldn't fight back, and that fucking strengthened their message. The resolve strengthened the message.
That's what actually got people on board with the movement.
They're exactly. Like, wow, really, they were like, "Holy shit! These are fucking human beings. They should not be treated like this." And it really fucking like swayed things. When you go beating people in fucking cars or whatever like that, you're not fucking doing yourself any favors. Fuck those people. I want to be very clear about that. But that wasn't everybody there. The large majority of fucking people there were trying to keep anything from happening to him. We're trying to keep people away, the 4 agitators away and shit like that. And it just you try and have a simple back and forth, and it's like it's almost like purposely ignorant or disingenuous.
It's like there's no gray in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I'm trying to point out the fucking gray, and it's like you're being met with almost purposeful ignorance, purposeful disingenuousness. And then so you start thinking, like, are they being purposefully fucking ignorant, or are they just really that fucking ignorant? Is that where their mind is at? They're so far fucking jaded in one direction or the other. There's no point in even bothering trying to have an intellectual conversation with these people. And at that point, I just fucking fuck with you and mock you and try and make you sound like realize how dumb you sound. And I don't fucking, that doesn't bother me at all. That if we can't have an intellectual conversation, I'm not going to bother. I'll drop to your level and I'll sling some memes. One of my favorites is the fucking like responds with facts and it's poo in the top hat. And responds with links, and it's fucking like poo with a monocle, and it's like responds with Trump 2020, and it's like just a big fucking the hillbilly teeth coming out of fucking. Have you seen that? It's hilarious. Anyway, but there's just those people that they just want to be like MAGA, and that's as far as their fucking mentality goes.
Yeah, I've seen that video going around Twitter with a lot of fear mongering, like this is what they want to do, this is what they're going to do to you, and it's taking the actions of one person or a few people and then extrapolating that onto an entire
Everybody.
political side.
That is literally the same as people that would be like, oh, the cop that killed George Floyd or whatever, we can extrapolate that onto all cops.
Right.
That's equally as fucking stupid. You can't do that and expect to be fucking accurate. And if you actually care about accuracy and not just like proving your fucking side is right all the time, then because it's the disingenuous people that I can't stand. Like, you don't want to actually, like with the mail-in voter fraud shit. Like, I'm here in Florida. I'm like, hey, so you're against the mail-in voter shit? Like, hell yeah. And I'm like, but Trump said it was okay in Florida. And they're like, well, it's okay in Florida then.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like, so you really don't have any. You don't have any fucking standards at all.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like mail-in voting, Trump literally just did mail-in voting for the fucking primaries for Florida, where he fucking resides, or gets to vote. It's fucking absolutely ridiculous, absolutely embarrassing, the level to which many people will go to protect what they already want to fucking believe, regardless.
Hey, Fleoink, if Antifa sets any of my property on fire, it's not going to make me vote for Trump automatically, because I understand them as individuals with agency, and it's not just some fucking monolith.
Here's how it works. Trump or Democrats fucking really suck. Okay, you're not going to hear me say any different. Democrats fucking suck, but they don't suck so bad that they make me fucking just turn a blind eye to everything that sucks about Trump. No. So I'm not willing to fucking like ignore all of the faults of Trump and Republicans and the Trump administration and everything that's gone on just because like Pelosi, Hillary, like, dude, where's your fucking head at? Like that's what you need to, like, how do I bring up fucking Hillary or fucking Obama or some shit? Like every time. And then if they complain about Obama doing something, you bring up Trump, like, why do you bring up Trump every time? Like, he's the current fucking president. And when I'm bringing him up, it's because like we discussed last week, there's a tweet for everything. It'll be one of those instances. Mm-hmm. Someone will call out Trump for golfing. Someone else will be like, Obama golfed a bunch, and you bring up the actual fucking number of times and tax dollars spent on golfing, and Trump has already fucking surpassed Obama. It's the hypocrisy is astounding.
Yeah, I think I don't know. It's probably too close to break to start a thing on like the mail-in voting thing, but I am like very skeptical of the mail-in voting thing.
Dude,
along the lines of fraud, but even along the lines of necessity, because I still think there's a way you could set up in-person voting that you could do, social distancing. Or
I think in-person voting is one of those things that we'll look back on in a decade or two.
Well,
I can't believe these idiots actually had to. They had the internet for how fucking long before they figured out?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Okay, well, when you actually like test and prove like that there's a good way to do it and set up a system around it. Well, there may be, because obviously there was a time before we had like computer ballots to. But
the thing is that you have no fucking real way of knowing that marking a fucking box and putting your ballot in a fucking container means that it will be properly counted either.
Well, right. I'm saying you're going to have that same thing anyways, but you also, if let's say you have a household of like 5 people or whatever, and all the ballots just show up in the mail address, but you have no idea who's filling them out. At least at that stance, you have people alone in a booth, like under like supervision when they're voting.
There are measures they take. Like they compare signatures on your license. You don't just automatically get a ballot. You have to be fucking you have to like sign up for it. Here in Florida, anyway. I know in other states they're trying to have them automatically mailed out, but here in Florida, you have to fucking request one by a certain like date in order to get one. And it was that's if we can if I can receive my fucking if I can send my taxes through the USPS, I can receive my fucking check, my refunds from the IRS, or anything like that. If I get my Social Security payments, if I can get my fucking license registration, I can renew that online and I receive it in the mail, and I can do all this shit. No, like they have it figured out enough, but they can't figure it out enough to fucking like trust. Or I mean, just put in the fucking effort. If I can do my banking online and feel secure, and I can do my taxes online and feel secure, then why haven't we figured this shit out? The in-person thing is already outdated to me. Much, before the fucking coronavirus shit.
Yeah.
The first time I stood in line for 6 hours to fucking vote.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's crazy anyways. I understand all that. I'm just saying, like, if you had, like, some sort of precedent set where, like, and they do mail-in voting, but obviously it's not everybody who's going to vote in the election is expected to do it. And also, I think my main thing is also because the reasonings for it. The reasonings for it is, like, there's no way you could gather... I've heard so many things on this. I've heard the one is, like, well, it's the same people that are talking about how, like, well, if you're out here protesting racial injustice, that's fine. You can lock arms with hundreds of thousands of other people across all these major countries, but you can't go in to vote. It's like, well, why? Well, I mean, protesting is a right. Well, what the fuck do you call voting?
It's
a right.
The mail-in voting thing is for those. It's not for those that feel comfortable enough to go out and fucking protest. It's for those that feel like they are more at risk. And the way you can't just be like, well, we'll just do it for the at-risk people, because you don't just have a fucking file of like these people are at risk. Like, so they have to make it more of a blanket thing, make it available to everybody. It's like the stimulus, the $1,200. Everyone got it, whether you're employed or unemployed,
alive or
dead, whether you worked hard or you were a lazy fuck.
Right.
Everyone got it, and but that's the price you pay to make sure everyone gets it. Is even the lazy fucks that don't deserve it get it too. And so that's kind of the same ideal with the mail-in voting. Like, so sure, it's meant for these people, these specific people who will be at risk, and we're trying to avoid, we don't want them to lose their right to vote simply because they're at risk and don't want to vote in person. But that also means making it available, the vote at home option or vote by mail option, available to lazy people that just don't want to go in person, even though they would go protest.
Right. I'm just saying, like, there's that standpoint, and then there is like the threat of like voter fraud and stuff. I think that's a valid concern for anybody. I mean, even
voter
if you're,
fraud is
even if you're not, dude, even
sure,
if you're,
it's a concern, but it's just not rampant. It's not. Yeah,
because you haven't done mass mail-in voting, is what I'm saying. I have no, like,
everyone's. The quote, it sounds like you're saying melon.
Mail-in.
Yeah, I know. Mask melon voting. And I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, though. But look, sure. Absentee ballots, have we thought that all of those are some kind of, like, scam? And they're all fraudulent?
But, dude, even then, you're not talking about, like, the standard across the board for a political election being mail-in voting. Mail-in voting. Again, I'm saying, like, it's totally reasonable to me. Like, I've seen people talk shit to people that are like skeptical of that. I'm like, dude, it shouldn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on. Like, what if it, like, the ballots? How does it work? Like, so do they just come in the mail? Like, the mom and dad at the household where none of the kids give a fuck about politics. Does the dad, can he just fill all those out?
The kid would have had to have registered to fucking vote and then also requested. They would be breaking so many fucking laws by doing that.
Yeah, but how would you know?
It would be.
How would you know? How would you know?
If the kid says, "I never fucking registered to vote," or "I never voted," or something like that, or if well,
he would be registered to vote if he got the ballot. But then again, most people are registered to vote. You register to vote when you get a driver's license, don't you?
No, not automatic.
Mine was automatic. Well, maybe this state to state or something.
I had to register to vote, and I also had to register for the draft, separate of that as well. But it's the mail-in voting thing to me is no more conspicuous than the fucking voting in person, because you're not seeing through anything. The difference of you marking your shit and dropping it in the fucking mail and marking your fucking ballot and dropping it in a box or a machine or whatever, or pulling a lever or hitting a fucking touch screen or whatever it might be, there's no like guaranteed way of knowing. that it went correctly. In fact, there's been tons of mistakes on voting machines and all kinds of shit. Will there be problems, especially with the post office like cutting fucking corners already? If they had to do it vote in by mail, absolutely. Do I think Donald Trump is just oblivious to what he's doing with the post office having an effect on the fucking election? Absolutely not. The Republicans tend to win the less people that vote. The more people vote, the more poorly Republicans do. I mean, that's just been like a pretty solid standard for a while. Fine, but that's one of the reasons they constantly bitch about fucking voter fraud. Donald Trump in 2016 complained that the election was rigged, and that's because he thought he was going to lose. And as soon as he won, no investigations into the rigging of the election or anything that he was claiming. It's just a backup to save his fucking image.
And you're right, but at the same time, the Democrats did the flip opposite. They assured him that it wasn't rigged, and as soon as they lost, they were like, "Oh, well, the fucking Russians hacked the election."
Absolutely. Look. So again, no defense of
politics,
Democrats. Fuck the Democrats. But like with Trump, he is purposely fucking like trying to kind of undermine the USPS, make it seem too fragile to handle this kind of shit, to make it seem less appealing. That's his fucking move. That's what he's doing. And for anyone that's like, does anyone seriously think Trump? Yes, he is. Trump is a fucking petulant man-child that is very sensitive, and he takes shit very personally. And if the post office is a threat, he'll fucking directly take action. That's what he's done. So, I mean, if that makes me an idiot because I can clearly see with my own eyes and ears and witness fucking what Trump is like, then I guess so be it. Anyway, it's break time. We will take a few minutes here, and we'll be right back with lots more content, so stay tuned. bitches. Darkmatter, you here? Oh, who the fuck cares? Anyway, all right. So, I guess I should announce the next in line to win something. And one of my favorite screen names, Some Random. Some Random, you are next in line to win a cool prize. I've written down here. I actually have everyone lined up so far. Roxada, Chris P, Lock on Stratos, and Some Random. So you guys will all be receiving something from me in the near future in the mail. So make sure your addresses are correct. And yeah, keep an eye out for that shit. I just spilled beer in my lap. Oh, yeah.
Smooth.
You think I'll get a yeast infection?
Probably. Darkmatter?
Yeah.
Oh, seeing if you were here. I just saw this Kyle Kolinski tweet I thought was good. Did they always do it multiple days, or is that just a new thing?
I thought it was like a 2 or 3 day ordeal.
Because it's the convention, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I thought it was just like they each got their day or whatever.
It's not. I'm not impressed by any of this shit. I'm on board with Kyle. It is, dude. It's half the shit on TV, like the commercials I see. The only thing worse than TV commercials that insult your intelligence are the fucking like YouTube commercials where it's like, hey, want to watch a fucking like 27-minute thing about some fucking R&B group that you give no shits about? YouTube literally has, so we use like long YouTube lullaby videos to play music, soothing music for the babies or whatever throughout the night. So you find like a 10-hour video or whatever, it's lullabies on repeat, and you go with that. Well, all of a sudden, these things got ads on them. And so they're fucking trying to sell you a fucking Nissan in the middle of a fucking, like, on the 4th hour of a fucking baby lullaby video. And you're like, who the fuck do you think is, like, wants to be interrupted, first of all? And who do you think is going to be like, I'm going to run out and buy a fucking Nissan now? Now that I purposely go out of my way and avoid products that overly advertise. Fuck you. I'm not helping you pay for more advertising. Seriously. If I have to see one more goddamn My Pillow I wouldn't buy in the fucking first place anyway, but like that bullshit advertising, I'm like, I will never. I don't care how uncomfortable my pillow is, I'll fucking put up with it. I ain't buying your bullshit.
Yeah, the wife and I are always laughing at that commercial because it's like the couple wakes up at night and like opens like the medicine cabinet, and
like the creepy fuck is on the other side.
Yeah, he's in there, and like by the end of the ad, like the guy ends up even dressing just like him. Has like
he's got the cross and everything. Yep.
The way the guy hangs out the cross it's so awkward.
Dude, they have a meme, and it's My Pillow, and it's that guy hugging Trump's ass while Trump is like in a golf swing, and it's fucking hilarious, fantastic. Because they advertise like almost exclusively on conservative networks and shit like that.
Yeah, because My Pillow guy gave that speech or whatever at the White House, praising Trump.
Yep.
It's wild how Trump is like commercialized The Office.
The Goya thing.
Yeah.
It's I mean, what did you expect? That's literally what he does.
Yeah.
Fucking. I mean, come on. We can tell like how successful he's been. Look at Trump Casinos, Trump Airlines, Trump Steaks, Trump Water. All household names. I know that when I booked my flights, I always looked first at Trump Airlines. Yeah, someone was pointing out that how much of a business genius he was, and I'm like, look, sure, has he gotten some shit right? Absolutely, but he's thrown like 1,000 fucking, attempts in there, and so you're bound to get it right at some point. This is fantastic.
Melon voting.
You know what? I'm a lot more in favor of melon voting now. than I was before. I'll tell you that.
All right, you ready for some content?
What's that other fucking meme? And it's like somebody that's obviously taking a picture from like a hiking path, but there's like a fucking mountain lion or some shit up ahead, like around the corner, looking at them. And the caption is like, "What's the opposite of pss, 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 pss?" And all the fucking comments are like gifs of Cartman, like, "No, Kenny, no, it's my chicken pie back here."
All right, let's try this one.
Move on.
Conspiracy theories confirmed. It's a fucking SIM card. Uh-huh. Just wear a mask, bro. Oh my god, hold on. Can we pause for a second? Cernian says fake as fuck.
Dude.
No, it's not.
No,
I did this myself.
I also found a camera and motherboard and tracking device and fucking SIM card in my.
Oh my god. What else we got in there? Damn, is that an old Nokia?
Apparently, the government is fucking low on funds for tracking people. Oh, it's a fucking external hard drive?
Yeah.
Or is that a Wi-Fi? I have no idea. Oh my god, the cat food. Is that 7-Eleven cat food?
That's the pate.
Wait a second. Is that 7-Eleven cat food? Okay, no, it says something else. All right, I thought that was the 7-Eleven symbol above where it says pate. Ugh.
Yeah.
Dude, not fake, by the way. There's a drill in every one of my masks.
Back scratcher.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, George Soros.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, and again, you never know where these things are gonna go.
Dude, we've seen real videos like this where the lady was like, peel the plastic off of your romaine.
Yeah.
Remember, she's like putting romaine in hot water. There's a membrane that's naturally occurring on romaine, and she's like peeling it off. She's like, see the plastic they put on there? Like, bitch, have you not seen fucking like rotten romaine? Like, it happens all the time because it's not covered in fucking plastic. Do they put wax on some vegetables? Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, those were the same people that crucified Jesus.
Hey,
Joey.
Giz, waiting for your reply, TJ. P love you, sweet cheeks.
Mwah. I appreciate it as well. Look, I want you to know, Joe, that there's absolutely nothing personal about it. Like, if I took it personally, I would have, I wouldn't even be friends with anybody that disagreed with me. But I don't take any of this personally. When I fucking comment, it's usually to make a point or be a smartass. It's one of the two. But if you like, and I guess that it depends on what I'm replying to. Because if you were trying to make a point, I'll try and make a point back. But if you were trying to be a smartass, you're probably going to get a like half smartass reply from me. Half the time, Joe, I won't even like agree with the shit that I'm replying with. It's just literally meant to like make a point or stir some shit. But it's all in good fun for me, and I will happily reply to you. And also, as I stated last time, that I will let you know when our patron show is going to be, and we will happily have you in for 30 minutes or maybe an hour, and we can have a discussion about stuff. I have no problem about that.
He says, "I know you troll me with the memes."
Yes, I do. But you would do the same. You enjoy some trolly memes, and it's all in good fun. Again, if you post a meme shitting on Biden, and I post a meme shitting on Trump, it doesn't mean that I like Biden. It's just me having some a fun retort. That's it. I really do not care for any of the presidential candidates that have been around for quite a few elections. So,
yep.
Bro, there was people that were excited for fucking Rick Perry, bro.
You remember that badass
country?
You remember that badass country song?
Yeah, gonna rover Rick Perry.
Hold on.
Them other candidates are scary. Fucking whatever the fuck. Oh, look that shit up. Anyway, Joe, it's all in good fun, buddy, and I appreciate the $20. We really do. And I will let you know. Before the end of the month is when we're going to do the patron show. So sometime in the next 12 days or so. And I will hit you up on, I don't know if you use Skype anymore or what, or if I just announce it on the next Tuesday show, but one way or another, I'll get a hold of you and let you know. And if you can make yourself available, that would be great. Our patron shows are on random days at random times. So you might be working. That'll be fine. We can set it up for next month or something like that. Anyway.
Please welcome my husband, Rick Perry.
Rick Perry supporter, let's protect our border. To heck with anyone who don't believe in the USA. Rick Perry all the way. I won't back up, I don't back down. I've been raised up to stand my ground. Take my job, but not my guns. Takes my check till I ain't got none. Except for the good Lord up above. I answer to no one.
God, that is the most.
That's that pop country.
Yes, it's like that pop country that
Yo, it's rap country because there's a lot of country boys that like rap and shit too. So this is trying to get both genres.
It's like that rap country that middle-aged women listen to.
Rap rock was but rap country, bro. You might as well be doing rap Beethoven next. It's just downhill. It's terrible. Please stop. And the fact that they fucking have a big propeller plane. It didn't even have fucking jet engines. It's got big props on it.
Look at that. Perry for president.
Yeah, C-130.
Yep. And a fucking $130 fucking sticker from Kinko's slapped on it. He put glasses on because he's fucking stupid. Let me tell you 3 things I hate about fucking Rick Perry, all right?
That was great. He's looking. That was the 2012. That was the 2012.
Yeah, dude. He's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And he looks over because he looks over to Ron Paul, and Ron Paul's face palming. He goes,
dude,
education.
I think Ron Paul said education.
Yeah, he was telling him,
he's fucking goading him hey, you idiot, how about education? You want to cut that? And even while Rand Paul fucking agrees with that premise, he's not an idiot about it. Jesus, Rick Perry. Darkmatter made a fucking Rick parody because Rick Perry's commercials were fucking so. Bring up the fucking Rick Perry
he's
2012
on the side of the.
Dude, he's I believe in America. Dude, it's so bad.
The Rick parodies.
It's
Rick
with the
parody. Yeah. There's I did 2 of them.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a Christian.
Oh.
But you don't need to be in the pew every Sunday to know that there's something wrong in this country when gays can serve openly in the military, but our kids can't openly celebrate Christmas or pray in school. As president, I'll end the World War.
Dude, this is another one of those things that it's dude, it's such a short amount of time. It had been 10 years. It's aged so fucking bad.
So poorly.
Yeah.
Dude, look. you could be conservative. Just don't be the kind of conservative that votes for idiots like this, and we can get we'll have no qualms. I'm more liberal, but I don't vote for the fucking complete idiots in my party, or my party. I don't have a party. I'm independent, but like that, I don't just say like, yeah, close enough. Even though the Republicans are 120 steps away and the Democrats are 115 steps away, does not mean that I'm like leaning closer to the Democrats. It just means they're both very far away from where I am mentally. I'm not into this like this party bullshit. I wish America had more viable parties to keep everyone else in check, because this two-party shit has not done anyone any favors.
See, and this is, man, there's something about this where this was like, I think this is just how much the like political landscape has changed. It's changed for both like the left and the right, but even for the right, so much of like this shift that a lot of people like move more to the right. This stuff doesn't play well with kind of like the modern right like it used to. This still plays to a group in there, like a core group of it. But dude, there's so many people that I think that are on the right now that would have probably the same take on this as like we do. The evangelical right obviously is still that part of a base, but that's not really what the right is anymore. I think that's why this ages so poorly. I think it's a smaller portion of the right nowadays that talks about like the gays in the military. Like I'm trying to think when the last time I've heard a right winger talk about gays in the military. It exists, but that used to be like a frontline argument you would hear from like mainstream Republicans. It's
like I said, it's nothing in the age of information in which we live and how fast everything moves. It will see what we were talking about today. Trump may very well seem as ridiculous as Rick Perry when we look back on him 8 years from now.
Yeah.
For all we fucking know. Or it could be like, can you believe it was blah, blah, blah. Or, dude, everyone's like, oh, it's 2020, man. That's when everything's good. Everything's bad 2020. Skip to next year. No. This is the opening act of the rest of our fucking lives. This shit it's going to be one thing after a fucking another. Everything is a fucking mess. I don't think we'll ever get back to like normal the way that we fucking knew it.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine like the ads that'll come out during election time now, and the ads that'll come out during midterms for the political climate right now. I'm trying to imagine like the Republican talking point that the candidate comes up with is gays in the military and about how we can't celebrate Christmas.
I mean, but look at Trump's ad right now. It's like some fucking Indian lady holding up cards. I'm scared. It doesn't say anything. It's silence, or just like really soft background music.
Wait, what is it?
It's a Trump commercial where it's just a lady holding up cards. I think it's supposed to represent the silent majority or whatever, but
oh, that okay. I haven't seen this, but when I thought Indian lady holding cards, I was thinking like tarot cards.
Oh, like the cards don't lie. You pulled the Trump card.
Is it this?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen this. Let's see.
I'm a mother of 4. Joe Biden worries me. He's weak. Biden embraces the policies of the far left. Biden will raise taxes. Give amnesty to 11 illegal immigrants. Biden's trade goals emptied our factories. I'm afraid to say this out loud. I won't risk my children's future with Biden. Why are you afraid to say that? You're afraid. You're not afraid to put your face on a commercial holding a card saying it. Okay. Can we go back and watch it with? Well, I mean, they do add that weird background stuff, but you can cut that out and mute it out. I just while she's holding the cards, she's either nodding or shaking her head every time. Ready? Starting now. There's a shake. No. There's a yes. There's a no. There's a no. There's a no.
This is a signal to her family that she's been kidnapped.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, I thought
it's
that was
just and then it's paid for by Donald J. fucking Trump. I support this message.
Yeah.
It's on the same kind of cue cards that I fuck up trying to read all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying that is a significantly better campaign commercial than what we just saw with Rick Perry. That was what Rick Perry did is just like ridiculous. This thing with the cue cards, like you see that shit all the time. You could disagree with the points or whatever, but this is a significantly better
it's
ad.
the fucking. I've always thought silent commercials were smart because it gets people to pay attention to the TV because they think it turned off or something. You know what I mean? It goes all of a sudden silent in the fucking house or whatever. You look up from your phone when the TV goes quiet or whatever. So whatever. But it's the I'm scared to say it.
Yeah.
Like what Trump supporter is fucking out there being like super scared and quiet about shit? No, they're very fucking loud and boisterous. That's what they love about him is that he's the same way. Says whatever the fuck he thinks, and they fucking love that and they want to do the same. There's not like a huge chunk of Trump supporters that are like, when someone shits on Trump, I just bite my tongue. Like, that's just not how it fucking happens. It's just not how it works. It's just a very strange angle to come at for him. And while it might make sense to us in our current political climate, like 8 years from now, 10 years from now, we might look back at this and be like, this is ridiculous shit. You know what I mean? When fucking Trump has hired Kamala Harris to run the fucking energy department someday in the future, because God knows, who knows? It's fucking all over the place. Who the fuck can guess anymore? We've flown through some of the press secretaries is my favorite thing, from Spicer to fucking goddamn what's his name's fucking daughter, Huckabee's daughter.
Yeah.
And then the one lady that didn't even do a press conference. And then now the McEnany girl, who is just like, she reminds me of the chick that wanted, like, just begging to be a Fox News personality or something like that. Like that's what it strikes me as. It's not like this is we're trying to be truthful about this. Literally has a fucking book printed out every time she does a press meeting. And whenever they ask a question on it, if it falls into this category, this is the response she gives. She flips to that page, gives that response. And it is like ridiculously fucking anyone can see through that shit. Anyone that watches this shit.
Yeah, but dude, the press conferences are ridiculous. All it is like soundbite gotchas. We're going to throw this shit up and we're just going to try to nail you on something.
But it didn't.
Do you remember the lady?
I don't think it had to have been this way. I don't remember it being necessarily quite this bad when it was even just Obama. It's become I think Trump's administration got some pushback and they don't fucking like it. They already have been calling everyone fake news and doing all that shit. What did you think? They were going to come out fucking on your side? Yeah. Go easy on you and throw you softballs? Of course. You're calling them fake news. They're going to fucking call you like a fake ass fucking president and they're going to try and fucking prove it. But you need to be like strong. You don't need to. It's just been. It's the fucking. The Apprentice, but in the White House.
Yeah,
you're fired. You're this guy now. And
yeah, like all of
moving
them
around.
They hate each other, and it just goes back and forth. That's why it's just like pointless. What the fuck is the point of the? All it is like the reporters go in and they try to get a gotcha, and a lot of the times the person taking the questions will fucking flub.
I don't know, man. Like, look, there are definitely some reporters that try and do that, but I watched some like full press conferences, and there are people with genuine questions.
Yeah,
it's not, and I'm sorry if you fucked up and someone asks a question about it. That's not a gotcha.
No.
Hey, you fucked up. Let me ask you a question about it.
Some of the stuff that they'll ask in like the press interviews and stuff, it's like, oh, we still see Black Americans getting killed by the cops. Why is that happening?
That's absolutely ridiculous. That's just like the fucking stupid OAN bitch that was like, it's not racist to call it Chinese food. So why is it racist to call it a Chinese virus? How are you doing so incredibly well while you only get 4 hours of sleep a night? Like questions like that, the softballs, all that shit is unneeded.
Did you
one
see,
way or the other?
Did you see the one
there are real questions that are asked, and they're called gotcha questions because it's a question that makes you look bad. Just because a question makes you look stupid or you answer it poorly does not make it a gotcha question. That gotcha question shit, like Sarah Palin. They asked Sarah Palin, what do you read? She's like, everything. They're like, well, like specific examples. She couldn't name anything.
Right.
Couldn't even fucking pick shit up. And she's like, it was a gotcha question. No. You just did a poor job answering it. It's a simple question that you failed at answering.
I agree. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like when the lady asks, when like the Asian lady, they're all wearing masks, and she asked Trump the question or whatever about like the something related to COVID, and he says something like, well, why don't you ask the Chinese government? And obviously his point is that this thing originated in China. The takeaway from that and what like the media ran with is like she just immediately got outraged and said, well, why are you asking me to ask China? I guess apparently because she's Asian. Well, no, it's because you just asked the fucking question, and his point was like, well, why don't you ask the Chinese government, making the statement that it comes from China. But then they make the thing to be like
if a virus originated in the U.S. and then spread to China, would the U.S. government have all the answers? Like, and that's a fucking much more open government than fucking China too.
That's not the point, though. The point is that it was not a racist jab when he said,
absolutely, you're right.
But that's what they run with for like
my
fucking
point
weeks.
is that it's
Jesus.
fucking, what kind of answer is that in the first place?
Well, that's not all
my
that
point.
he said.
Sure. So it wasn't a racist jab, but the answer itself was fucking a huge failure. So why are we ignoring the failure of an? Well, no, he said, dude, the man and his fucking press secretary and a lot of people that fucking like speak on his behalf put their fucking foot in their mouth.
They do, yes,
constantly. And that shit is not excused by just saying like, oh, well, the journalists are focusing on stupid other shit. Like, sure, fuck that shit. Ignore that shit. Pay attention to, look at these fucking bullshit answers that are given to legitimate questions.
Yeah.
And how can you take someone like that seriously for at any level after that?
Yeah,
after you watch someone fucking dodge questions like a fucking criminal, left and right, anything that fucking makes them look bad in any way, I've lost all fucking like faith or trust in that person, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And
the entire
doesn't
thing
matter
is,
to me anymore.
That was exactly my point.
Skewers them for bullshit.
That is exactly my point.
They skewer the media with bullshit.
Okay. That was exactly my point, which is why I was saying the entire thing is a clusterfuck. I'm saying, but what gets taken and fucking ran with is normally not any sort of like a good. Like, if you turn up the fact-checking and turn down the outrage, which is what was recommended to people a long time ago, the media could nail him. You can nail him on so much of this shit, but they have to turn everything into this fucking neo-Nazi Klansman that's in the White House that is just the most abhorrently racist, awful, evil,
Trump is
gassing
not fucking,
people, fucking madman. And if they would just turn up the fucking fact-checking, you could win people
conceited.
over.
He's self-concerned. His image and his brand is what he cares about. That's it. And he knows that he's towards the end of his fucking like years that he can even fucking like play golf and shit.
Right.
And that's why he goes out and does it. He's like, fuck, by the time I'm done with fucking being president, I might not even be able to play fucking golf. And that's why he cares about shit. But that doesn't, like, again, Trump, the media sucks. Are they so bad that I fucking forgive Trump for no, absolutely not.
Exactly.
And just like the Democrats, just like everything else. I hold them all accountable. I hold the media, the fucking Democrats, the Republicans, Trump, the fucking White House, all of them, I hold them fucking accountable. Cops, people that fucking are meant to serve are meant to be held to a higher standard. Not a fucking lower one. They're not meant to lower the fucking standard. They're meant to fucking raise the standard. And it's pathetic what we are seeing for quite some time.
I agree.
With politics is before fucking Trump, obviously, but Trump has really brought out like the fucking worst in everybody, and it's unfortunate. And I don't know if Trump being out of office will even fix that. Biden being in office might actually agitate it worse, for all we fucking know. Who knows what direction this fucking country is going, but. You better hope fucking next year is better than this one, because this is bad.
Oh, the next election cycle?
No, I mean like next year.
Oh, just the next year as far as everything.
In general, like that things get better, because the nation is like everything has become politicized. They've politicized a virus to a fucking. They've politicized wearing a mask. They've politicized everything has become fucking politicized, and when it's just fucking like common sense. So. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's scary to see how little of a fuck people give on a large scale. When the shit hits the fan, there are a bunch of people out there that are like, well, fuck you.
Flea Oink, wait till COVID 20.
Don't. That would have to happen within the next 4 months.
Damn.
Otherwise,
Alright.
it'd be COVID 21.
I don't think we have any tech.
Oh, we'll just call whatever you play next tech. That'll do it.
I don't even know what that
That's
was.
how politics works.
Welcome
This is
to
tech,
fucking.
people.
I will now show you fucking a beautiful village situated on the doorstep of the Austrian Alps.
This seems really fucking copyrighty too.
Does it?
Yes. And it's awesome that there's a town called fucking. But like, we get the point. Like, dude, I mean, let's see what he says.
Same love for fucking. Fucking may be enjoyed in various angles. Straightforward, from behind, standing up, or lying down. And last but not least, it's very enjoyable.
It looks like it's like a fucking 7-building area.
The small town of fucking.
Fucking one of the reasons being the growing of fruits and vegetables.
I wonder how violent
such as
fucking gets.
Bananas, cucumbers, and
I'm guessing not a lot goes on. And when you're in fucking, you spend a lot of time in the bedroom, just laying in bed.
Darkmatter, are you here?
Yeah.
Dude.
Darkmatter was fapping the fuck.
Like, you wake up, you go out to your doorstep, you're like, where's my fucking newspaper? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. This is a short fucking road. That's a fucking stable. That's a fucking horse. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking dog.
Oh, the first thing I see whenever I type that in, it says residents of a picture postcard Australian village named fucking are to vote this week about whether to change the name. Guys, don't change the name. It's amazing. The final straw has been a growing number of calls by pranksters from abroad who ring up the locals and ask in English, "Is that a fucking? Is that fucking?" before bursting into laughter and hanging up. Really? Oh, this is from 2012.
Yeah, that's
So maybe they changed it already.
that's back when people had home phones.
Yeah, if you guys haven't changed it yet, please don't change it. That's like the one thing your fucking town has going for it.
Yeah, literally, your fucking town. If you are gonna change it to like Fucksville, or something like that. You know, Fuckopolis.
It's pretty good.
Fucago. Call it Los Fuck Yous. I don't know. Call it New Fucking. New Fuckingland. Mm-hmm.
Let's try no shoes, no mask, no return cable box.
Are you kidding me? No, I'm. Hurry up. It's gonna take you 2 seconds. Just put it down. Are you kidding me? I've already done mine. It's like, give me.
Is she drunk?
No, I'm.
That's kind of what I thought, but maybe she's just pig shit ignorant.
Yeah, it's probably.
Hurry up.
So if you don't know, that's Spectrum. That's like Comcast. It's a fucking
TeegeNet.
Well, yeah, it's actually what I get my internet from, and
Yeah, me
Darkmatter
too.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Florida, man. You don't have options. Like every time you get something in the mail from like AT&T, it's like AT&T high speed internet now in your area, and I will literally call them and be like, "Yeah, this is my address." They're like, "Yeah, we don't do that in your area." I'm like, well, then stop mailing me shit that says you do. Okay, take me off your mailing list. Anyway, yeah, there's no options for high like bandwidth shit, which I actually pay $100 a month for internet. I don't need $100 a month internet, but just to make sure that it runs kind of smoothly for the podcast, I bump it up and make sure. I mean, it helps obviously when you're streaming other shit in the house, but it's mainly for the podcast. I want to make sure I have the smooth.
I've already done mine. It's like, give me a second to go get a bath.
The language is not proper, and also you are
Come here. I've been sitting there for 30 minutes.
She's trying to return her cable box or modem or whatever the fuck it is, by the way.
The one thing that kind of makes me think she might be drunk is that there's no shoes.
And yeah, and she's slurring like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong? I've been sitting there. They told me shoes.
They told you to go get some shoes.
You
you didn't.
You didn't say anything.
He's all dejected because people don't want her box.
Oh my god. And she waited 30 minutes, there's like nobody there.
Well, it's the fucking cable company, so they're probably back there rubbing their nipples like a motherfucker.
We're sorry.
You don't know anything about.
You look very rich. You do.
Yes, I'm rich.
Mm-hmm.
This woman is yelling because she has to wait in line.
So, yeah.
Wow, she's complaining she had to wait in line, so somebody moved for her?
Yeah, this is the best part about this. Somebody that was in front of her, like, she was agitated about waiting in line or whatever, so they kind of moved aside to let her go, you know, to be like, you know, to avoid bullshit. And this is the response they got, the thanks they got.
Okay, well, she should be in line and go her turn. She was before you. Okay, she should go.
I think she's being polite.
Maybe. She's just tired of listening to you. I bet she is, but she should go if she's in line. Definitely. Ma'am, I need your ID. Here, we'll put my phone number in. I need your ID. I can put my phone number in.
Everybody gets ID, and mine gets scanned every time I'm here.
I can put my phone number in.
Just like people that want to be fucking difficult.
Yeah. Is there? It just seems like there's been a tsunami of these fucking people this year. Is it just because of the COVID thing, or these people always existed and they just weren't getting filmed as often?
I honestly think they just feel more comfortable coming out now. Like they, honestly, like they feel like they're not scared of it until the shit really hits the fan for them. Then the apology comes out, and the like and all that bullshit. Remember when they tried to fucking like shut down Thunderfoot, the fucking whatever her name was, Mystic Witch or some bullshit, and it was she's like, you can't get me because I own my own business. You can't call my business and have me fired. And so fucking that goes out there, and like everyone just fucking destroys the fucking Google reviews, and it's now they're like, nobody calls us. We went from getting like 40 calls a day to 0 for weeks. And yeah, and I'm like, oh. So of course, immediately the half-assed apology comes out. That actually her husband, who really did own the business, made her do. What was her name?
I think it was Laughing Witch.
Laughing Witch.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Oh, God, what a classic story.
Yeah,
talk about coming back to bite you in the fucking ass.
These people that like go after people's livelihoods and stuff, man, that's...
Bro, I fucking got into it with some dude that was threatening me, like, directly in Facebook messages, because I called him a little bitch for removing comments or whatever, but he's like, oh, I'm going to say it to my face, and gave me his address and all this shit. And I obviously clicked on his fucking profile, and was like, oh, this is like a company. And so I immediately was like, yeah, careful, like, hiring this dude. He might fucking, ask you to fucking box with him or some shit. I left some dumbass comment. And if I, like, let it be, and it was like 6 hours later. And I was like, fuck that. I was like, I'm not. And I went back and I removed it. And he ended up fucking messaging me again, like, I really appreciate you removing that. He's like, I'm sorry, and like we had a normal, like, it's cool, dude. Like, I think we probably had a rocky start and all that bullshit, and it worked out fine. But I'm not, I can't bring down someone's business unless they are like overtly.
Yeah, it's got to be like pretty much.
They got to be over the top.
Yeah, I think somebody else would have to cross that line first.
I mean, we did have a local grilled cheese restaurant.
Yeah, we put the video. Remember?
Yeah. They refused beforehand, before all that bullshit. They refused. They were like threatening to open up whether the By the way, they could still do to go, but they were threatening to open up the dining room no matter what the county said. They got a lot of flack for it. 2 days later, the county announces you can open up. So they gave themselves all that problem for 2 days of waiting when they'd already been shut down for a couple weeks.
Facebook's about to know. Karen.
Have a great day.
Was she buying champagne?
There's nothing in here for you to ring out.
I have American Express as platinum. I bet that's it.
You have no product in there because you've given me no ID.
Karen, what's your last
I
name?
have a American Express card that's platinum.
It doesn't matter if you have a platinum ID. You have to fucking prove you're 21 to buy your shit.
Take that.
There is no product run in without an ID.
You want to have it.
You want to give me an ID?
You know what? Give me a manager.
I am the
She is the manager.
I don't believe.
I'm not a Karen. I want to speak to your manager.
My American Express Platinum card means I am of legal age to purchase this, don't you know?
Every day I have to show my ID every day. Just show
Who
it.
the hell are you?
I'm not Karen.
Great.
Okay, here's the deal, or I will call the police. Okay? You need to leave. This is going to do you no good.
That's a very valid card.
Ma'am,
Put it in your-
there's no
put it in your
product
purse
in here
then.
because you won't give me your ID.
Okay, I'll give you my ID right here. Here you go.
That's all we had to do.
Here you go.
All we had to do.
There you go. Thank you. I don't mind.
You fucking idiot.
Now you can put your...
It's all a pride thing.
Yes, platinum. Thank you.
Cool.
Platinum.
We're all in
Sweet.
You're a platinum
Oh
fucking
my
idiot.
God.
You get very rich.
I've seen dumb people in fucking Mercedes before, you dumb cunt.
Mm-hmm. You
I
look
am.
it.
I am rich.
I like your stuff.
Yeah,
Karen.
thank you.
Your nappy hair.
Yeah, it's really rich.
You're done. Remove your card. Thank you.
Platinum. Something
Bye.
you've never seen.
Bye, Karen.
Yeah, it's really heavy too. My
Facebook is gonna love you.
Have a great day.
You just made.
I don't care.
All right.
I don't care.
Bye. Have a
I
great
don't
day.
even tell you bye.
You can't even carry the bag outside, you fucking cunt.
That's all it
it's
was.
a single
was,
bag.
All it was 2 bottles.
Just so annoying.
They didn't even double bag it for her.
No, that manager.
I wouldn't
was
have
done
either.
with it. That
I'm like,
manager was
here's
done.
single bag for 2 bottles. I hope they fucking break on your way out, you cunt. I hope you have the balls to come back in here and stand in line again. Fuck people like that.
Yeah.
I told you, I fucking had someone park like 1/3 in one parking spot and 2/3 in another, and I pulled up right as close as I fucking could so I could squeeze into the other parking spot and block their driver door. And I sat there and waited. The lady came out, acted shocked, fucking looked, scowled at me, checked the lines, realized she's wrong, scowled at me again anyway, and I laughed as she fucking crawled over her center console to get to her fucking driver's seat from her passenger side. Fuck you, you entitled cunt. Anyway, all right, time for the next break. We will do that now, and when we come back, we will cover lots more fun stuff. So stay tuned, everybody.
right. Back for this third hour.
Back. By the way, Joe is in the lead for the Streamlabs shit. So, with $20. So if anyone wants that awesome bastard full-sized freaking figure, beat $20 on Streamlabs. Yeah, and I guess we can just get straight to it.
Alright, let's do... Oh, we should have this one earlier. The Frozen poster makes me think this is a kid's birthday.
Just shut up! This is not going to be good.
Alright, go ahead.
Bill's not here to
go.
do from that high.
Oh my god, that was not the right way to do that.
Is he okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
He probably has
The fucking Frozen poster. It's like, and the pink and blue cups. And the,
What was the
happy
right way to
birthday
do
sign.
it?
I think it was... I hope this was a kid's party where the adults got out of hand and not the adults set this up to be like this kind of party just for themselves. Bro. That flip over onto his head. Right. Ready? Get ready to pause, Drew.
Which part?
Three.
Where he rolls?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Right now.
Look at all those cups, man.
Yeah, dude. That is fan-fucking-tastic.
That guy's his buddy's face.
It looks like the Frozen poster is watching him fuck up happily.
The disapproval.
Disappointed.
His buddy's having a good time with it.
Fucking fantastic. Good times.
Alright.
I'm eating a chocolate chip cookie. It's fantastic.
Shred this one.
It's Steve freaking out. Another freak out, huh?
That poor dog is like, good God, just leave me the hell alone. Oh.
Oh no.
I'm calling the police on you! Right now! Right now! You packy! You what?
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Right now on you cracker!
The dog's like, put me in the bag, please.
Get in there, sir! He's trying to stand the thief! That's never even got in there yet today! I'm calling the cops now! I'm calling the cops right now! I am!
No, you're not. You're putting a dog in a duffel bag right now.
You're racist! You watch me be racist back, no? Think I'm not gonna call? You fucking dope! I have way more money than you will ever make in my life!
I'm sure.
Whoa, she says you will have way more money. Wait, I will have way more money than you will ever make in my life, is what she said.
She says I have way more money.
Fucking dope! I have way more money than you will ever make in my life! I'm a
In my life.
You work
Yeah.
Your people do not get paid to follow me out at all! Did you? Thank you! Thank you! I don't care!
They're calling the cops on you, lady.
Am I? They're denying me in the store!
Is that she says it's a store, but I thought it was a restaurant because she has a doggy bag. So I just assumed it was a restaurant.
Okay. It was only a matter of time. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, fuck. I must have deleted it. Don't worry. I will stop this podcast right now to find it. There we go.
Oh wow! Was it? Oh, I thought somebody abolished the police and the dictatorship.
No, sir.
I want the cops called. I did not burn a crime. Come on. No, I didn't. I will come right down if you have no clue, bitch.
Jesus Christ. You seem super stable.
No clue. No clue. Because this little goof that want to come on as far as talk, and he
You need a phone first.
Is she saying goat or is she saying gook?
Gook, yeah, gook.
Pecky gook.
Jesus Christ.
No, you totally come off as the mature, responsible one in this situation.
I gotta say, all those threats to call the cops didn't even touch her phone.
No, she doesn't have one. That's why her dog's in a fucking duffel bag, bro.
But she's rich, though. It's the same thing that the last lady tried to say. What is it about telling people you're rich that makes you think that you're...
Well, if you're buying your fucking champagne from Walgreens, you ain't rich.
Oh, blue collar said she's saying goof with an F.
Okay, sure.
It's a common insult up here.
Sure.
Wow.
She said she was going to be racist to them. She says, if you're racist to me, I'm going to be racist right back.
Called them packies quite a few times. Like, saying the word packy, maybe not racist, like kind of like Jew. But when you say it like, those fucking Jews, that makes it racist at that point. Thank you.
But does that same rule apply to Japs? Or is Jap like an untouchable?
The answer is yes. Look, man, rules of dialect change. And I'm not a fan of censorship. Say whatever the fuck you want, but if you were like you were aware of how shit comes off and you say it, just get ready for the blowback. That's all I gotta say. Keanu, it's Pop-Tart bites, bro. You're acting like it's fucking 9 lives, dude. This cat is.
Is the cat like Pop-Tart bites?
This cat will eat anything. Anything.
Yeah, someone feel free to nominate that Streamlabs of TJ talking about his hatred of the Jewish people.
Oh yeah, please don't.
I'd love to hear that.
It's not an option. Nominating is not an option. You have to win that right.
When they fuck up your halal.
Lady, I would get out of the way if I were you.
Take a video. It needs going.
What the?
How bad do you think they fucked up that halal?
I'm just wondering how far in there he got. How deep in that halal did he get?
Looks like just the tip.
Enough to fuck their business up for a week or so.
I don't know
We're
why
gonna have
they would get
a hell of a time trying to recoup that lost business. Is this like the fucking Middle Eastern version of Five Guys?
The halal guys.
All right, next.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah, it was good.
TJ's proud of that.
Thank you.
You know that halal place is fast food. I mean, it's so fast it'll blow your doors off.
Wasn't there some bars there a minute ago?
It's a recidivism rate around here is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
it is.
It's outrageous. Stay in there, sir. All right. Let's see what else we got. Get back to my folder here.
Another one.
I know.
In Jesus Christ's mighty name, get off this aisle. I command you, in Jesus Christ's name, get off this aisle.
Okay, this is.
I would deliberately walk into that aisle that moment I heard that.
This makes me wonder if it's like some missed meds or something.
No, I would join. I'd have her back, and I'd be like yelling at that person, like, "The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Get out of this aisle." Instead of "get out of this child," get out of this aisle.
Teach could splash his Dasani on people because he always keeps some on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Big on.
Really?
Back off. You need to leave. In Jesus Christ's mighty name. No.
She's not a Christian.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what
Gargoyles.
It's dark-sided, and I don't like it.
Dork-sided. Dork-sided.
Get off the aisle and buy something.
Really?
By the way, this wasn't even a COVID thing. This was simply because she's like, "Where's my fucking Aunt Jemima?"
Dude, hold on. Is there like a hidden irony to the fact that it's Fleetwood Mac's "Go Your Own Way" playing in the background?
You can go your own way.
Except down the bottom and all.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Till I can buy something and then I will happily leave. I rebuke you all and cast you into the lake of fire in Jesus Christ's mighty name.
It looks like a Walmart, and look, you will never break that chain.
No, it's not a Walmart.
Yeah, it goes with the joke, Drew. That's all that mattered was I was making a Fleetwood Mac chain joke.
Damn it!
You will never break the chain.
She's talking about
one of the first bass solos I ever learned, by the way. Shut up, Darkmatter. I'm talking about my first bass solo. It was The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. It's a great little bass solo for beginners. All right, Darkmatter, now you can continue. By the way, Darkmatter, I'm assuming you look about the same from behind in a pair of jeans as this person does. No? Can we get a Darkmatter over the shoulder? I know that I requested an over-the-shoulder fucking Darkmatter like shot. People, it should be in your libraries by now. If we can get a Darkmatter looking over the shoulder of this perfectly matching Darkmatter frame here, how many squats do you have to do a day to keep an ass like that up, Darkmatter?
Somebody just photoshopped Darkmatter's face like kind of like with a side turn.
Dude, I've made him do that in the episode in which part of the title is Darkmatter models for TJ or DM models for TJ. I made him do like one of these over the shoulder looks. Because I knew that there would be instances like this, and it would be absolutely perfect if someone would fucking either would take the time to get all of those free. Because I made him model. I got all of them. I got the angry, the confused, the happy, the disgusted, all of it.
Somebody please make that happen.
I will. It will be the thumbnail for sure. For fucking sure.
Let's stay off this aisle until I can buy something. Have respect for Jesus Christ's sake. I shan't get off this aisle until I can buy something.
What is wrong with people? Like, is that the way you think you're really going to get your message across?
I don't understand what was happening.
She doesn't want anybody on that aisle until she can get what she wants and leave the aisle.
Jesus Christ!
So she's rebuking everyone.
Yeah, dude, is this just somebody that's... this has to be somebody that's off their meds or something, right?
It's the beginning of
There's a hell of a lot of
King.
them. And let me tell you, I don't want people like this that can't afford their meds to not be able to, I want them to get their meds. I'll happily put my tax dollars towards putting people like this on their meds.
One that enters the aisle.
If it really mattered, the mask you're wearing, we would all be wearing the same mask if it mattered. You can put me on Facebook, I don't care. All my friends and all my family know how I feel. I do not care.
That's against the law.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Thank
not.
you.
Without her consent,
You
yes,
didn't
it
get
is.
my consent. Oh my
It's
God.
not.
It's fine,
It's-
but it's fine.
It's not the way that works. Though I don't know, because that is a Walmart. I don't know what Walmart's rules are on filming inside. Most stores are not for it, but it wouldn't be up to her. It would be up to Walmart.
I'm sorry, if it was such a big deal, we would all be wearing the same exact mask. Not paper, not cloth. We would have the same masks on. The same ones. Because that
Hey, you know what?
you're
If cars were effective at getting you from A to B, then everybody would have the same car.
Dude, and by the way, if they were effective at doing it safely, you get the people that are like, well, if you wear a mask, why do I need to wear a mask? It's like, bro, that's like saying, if I'm wearing a seatbelt, why can't you drink and drive? Like what? Like, your argument makes no fucking sense. Like, you cannot be this fucking dumb. And by the way, you might as well be arguing to a fucking group on Facebook right now, standing in line at Walmart, arguing about this shit.
wearing all these weird masks. It's not protecting it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If we all stood together
All these people, by the way, are probably spreading the shit out of this fucking disease. Like, when you put enough people like this together, they help spread. A virus loves that shit.
Dude, you know what this really comes off across, now that you mentioned it? It seems like a Facebook comment section on something that was popular about masks. And people are like, oh no, it's not the law. Oh yeah, it is the law. They're like, oh yeah, the
back
one
and
we all
forth.
wear the
Oh no,
same
it doesn't
mask.
do anything. Yes, it does. Blah blah blah.
This is like the audio version of a dumbass Facebook back and forth. Meanwhile, I'm just here to fucking buy.
Well,
some
Michelle
fucking-
went to school for fucking over a decade to learn about this shit, but some idiot on Facebook did say masks don't do nothing.
Fudge, is that supposed to be a working link? Am I supposed to be able to just look into your fucking files and
Chris,
dig that out of there?
Yes, there you go, Drew. Holy Jesus! I wish that's how it works. It's like, oh crap, dude! You're lucky that it wasn't
No, it's
named
not.
like the fucking Chris desktop fucking fat folder.
DM pics.
Yeah,
and it just
DM
keeps going
pics.
through new
Yeah,
folders.
all the different details. DM
Sexy
over shoulder
DM.
placed on
Yeah.
cavemen.
No, it's not.
Really sexy DM.
Yeah, that one doesn't exist. That's not how shopping for essentials works.
Yeah,
And
that
by the
became a
way,
whole thing on
that whole
filming.
stay home if you're scared thing, it's not about for me. I'm not scared of catching it. I'm scared of spreading it. Just try not to be a selfish cunt. That's all I'm saying. Don't be a selfish cunt. I wear a fucking face covering for a full 11-hour shifts in a hot kitchen. You know what I mean? And I wash my hands extra, and I fucking take extra precautions the best I can because I don't want to spread this shit. I'm trying to be responsible and look after my fellow fucking, not only the customers of the restaurant, but my fellow goddamn Americans. How about you not be a selfish cunt?
Dude.
That's all I'm asking.
Fudge, I gotta say, dude, that's some baller Photoshop skills that you have here.
Dude.
That is...
You couldn't have even done it the other way.
That's uncanny.
Couldn't have even fucking mirrored that image, so it...
Dude, how the fuck did you get a picture of me in a store? Who's stalking me?
Bro, that is dead on.
Oh, man.
That's dead the fuck on, bro. I love it. You've been burned so bad, Darkmatter.
Where is this? Where is that image even from? I don't even recognize that at all.
You with a black background, solid
Yeah.
black.
It's weird.
That's fucking wonderful.
Thank you, Fudge. That was fucking fantastic. Oh, man.
It's obviously a very time-consuming project.
Yo, I don't know how you get all this work done, sir, while you're watching the show. You are You're a gem.
All right.
I'm surprised we didn't see like Scotch tape on there.
Like a little bit of glue sticking out from underneath.
Yeah.
like scan lines from a cheap old scanner.
Yeah.
Dude, they have those effects now. You don't even need the shitty old scanner. You can just use a shitty old scanner effect on fucking Photoshop.
There you go.
Dude.
That's dramatic unicycle.
It's apparently my neck is horrifically broken, and I don't even feel it.
How many squats again does it take a day to keep an ass like that
It's
up?
not squats; it's bags of chips.
How many bags of chips?
10.
It's a lot of chips, bro. I eat a lot of chips. I can put down a regular sized bag of chips by myself in a day, no sweat. But I don't do it every day.
Yeah.
Do it like once a week.
And 10 would be like you have to do nothing with your day but sit.
Bro, I've watched those fucking 600-pound life shows, and the girl buys like fucking 5 loaves of bread. She takes a loaf of bread, sits down on the fucking couch, and she balls up the bread into like little like dough balls and just pops them in her mouth like snacks. Goes through a whole loaf of bread in like 20 minutes.
See, that just defeats the purpose of being fat and not caring. Like, if I just didn't care, I'd at least have a box of donuts or something that's actually good.
I want to say that she dipped them in melted butter or something like that.
Oh, God.
Like, it was, yeah, I mean, it was like,
Christ.
it's right up there with like the one didn't we cover the one where they bought 10 pizzas and showed up like 30 minutes later with fucking 6 pizzas? Like, you ate 4
Yeah.
pizzas on the way to eat pizzas?
Well,
Jesus fucking Christ.
I will say this though, I will fuck up bread more than I would fuck up donuts. Because
It depends on the bread, man. Like a good brioche or a good garlic bread, I will eat that fucking all day. A good fucking
yeah, if it's seasoned.
yeah.
No, I mean just like plain like white or wheat bread. I've loved bread. It's always been my thing, but it's
got to be part of like a sandwich or something for me. Maybe toast. Like if I get toast and eggs, I'm putting the fucking eggs on the toast and I'm eating it that way, or I'm soaking up the fucking yolk with the fucking toast or whatever. It's amazing how many different ways you can have eggs and it's still fucking good. Some people are turned off by the runny yolk. Depends on the. If I have hash browns or toast, runny yolk is fine.
All right.
All right. That's the breakfast hour. Now let's move on to the next thing.
We had this one. This one was going around today. From Now This is Cancel Susan B. Anthony. Have y'all seen this one?
Susan B. Anthony doesn't deserve your I voted stickers. Hi, my name is Luria. Every election year, women cast their ballots and trek to Mount Hope Cemetery in Rochester, New York. They proudly place their I voted stickers on the headstone of women's suffrage heroine, Susan B. Anthony. They have perpetuated idealized versions of Anthony and her white colleagues, such as Carrie Chapman Catt and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Evidence of their ruthless racial bias has been pushed to the shadows, enabling the erasure of their women of color counterparts who also fought tirelessly for the right to vote. Susan B. Anthony only appeared to care about black people when the status quo was in her favor. In 1864...
Okay, so like I haven't seen this. My first thought on this was, is this is kind of like one of those things where, depending on like how far you go along, it kind of goes along the lines of like the removing statues things. It's just kind of like, at what point do you get to when you look back and you're like, well, now this person's fucked up? Because obviously Susan B. Anthony, like, her thing was just 100% like women getting the right to vote, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, obviously you're going to be able to find something you don't like about somebody that lived in the, you know, that was born in the 1800s.
Yeah, it's like expecting anybody to like fix all problems. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you if you let's say back in the day that Galileo or whoever was like, you know, the fucking Earth rotates around the sun, and you know, and everyone's like, oh no, shit on that, but then they're like, no, but he also didn't fight against slavery. Like, wait a second, no, he's like, he's doing his part for the time period that he was in to move shit in the right direction, and then we have to take the reins after that. Like, the one problem gets solved, we can move on to the next one, and we can try and solve those problems. When you don't just say, everything didn't get fixed when this person existed. Therefore, fuck them.
Did this come up after Trump pardoned Susan B. Anthony, or is
Yeah.
this pre?
And I guess that's what a lot of people are saying. It's like basically now that Trump pardoned Susan B. Anthony, I guess now we gotta hate Susan B. Anthony.
I hope I never get on Trump's good side.
I hope you get some sort of praise. And let me tell
No.
you, I stumbled
Are you
across the
shitting
greatest animations I've ever seen in my life. Is this channel?
Didn't we used to have the Trump hair to put on him? That was a fantastic one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, hold on. We're gonna put that Trump
You
hair
got it
on.
right there. You should have used an actual picture of Darkmatter, though.
Well, we used to have. Oh, there it is.
Just one.
Oh God. Oh. I've never been happier to be.
Actually,
bald.
you know what? Can you put that up to next to Elizabeth Cady Stanton there? There's a pretty similar. There's striking resemblance there.
What?
Oh yeah, you're both.
There's no resemblance.
2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. In fact, if you made that a little larger and put it on her shoulders, if you put Darkmatter's
That
head
would be
over
fudge
her
level
head-
Photoshop skills. Drew cannot do that.
This is fudge level.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Boom. Dunzo. You have been pwned, sir.
Yeah.
Take it like a man.
Yeah, take the color.
Or a woman, or whatever. It's all equal, really. It's my.
Oh my
She's
god.
wearing a cross. She's got like a rosary around her neck or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that proves it's not me.
She looks like John C. Riley.
Playing a woman.
Playing a woman, it does.
Women's Loyal
John C.
National League
Riley as an old woman.
and Anthony, the league's secretary, both signed a congressional petition in support of the 13th constitutional amendment to abolish slavery. Their petition garnered nearly 400,000 signatures.
Wait.
Both signed a congressional petition in support of the 13th constitutional amendment to abolish slavery.
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah. So not only did they do this to get women the right to vote, but they actually signed on. This is during the Civil War. Apparently, they said 1864, which I didn't even know she was. I didn't even know she was around at that time. I thought she came around like much later. Anyways, so this is during the Civil War. They signed on a petition for the 13th Amendment to abolish slavery. I'm waiting to hear like the horrible thing here.
Bitch didn't even dye her hair blue.
Their petition garnered nearly 400,000 signatures. However,
It's a lot
when the
back then.
15th Amendment was ratified, giving African American men the right to vote, Anthony, Stanton, and her colleagues were enraged. Lori Ginsburg, a history and women's studies professor at Penn State University, spoke with NPR in 2011 about her book, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, An American Life.
So
That is pretty hypocritical.
yeah, but it's still it's one of those things like you literally signed on to a petition to end slavery,
Abolish
in the
slavery,
United
but they were also like, hey, we want equality for women. So when they're like, fine, black men can vote, but not black women, they're like, yo. Like you were taking the people that you literally owned a minute ago and you gave them the right to vote before you gave women the right to vote or anything, even white women, I guess, maybe in their, who knows what their fucking methodology here is. But so far, I haven't heard too many bad things about Susan B. Anthony here.
Well, it was just that they did not want to sign on to the 15th Amendment that would let black men vote. But the thing is that at the time, that was a very popular, that was like, if you were like an abolitionist, almost all of those people were the same take. Like Lincoln was of the same take. It's like, yeah, we want to like abolish slavery and everything like that, but there's no way these societies can live together. Like Lincoln, by all standards today, would have absolutely been considered a white supremacist. Because it was, you can't have these two societies living together. In fact, earlier on in his career, before he became president, he was part of the group that supported like shipping like the ex-slaves back to like another place, like shipping them out of the country. So obviously for those people, even like the abolitionist people in the 1860s, it would have been absolutely a segregated society at best. But it's one of those things that just evolves over time. It's like, goddamn, you already have, as far as I'm concerned, if you're signing on to the 13th Amendment, that's awesome. And you're supporting the right for women to vote. It's like, man, you really have to overlook some things
I think their goal was like actual like equality, whether it came to race or like sex. And so when you say, okay, you can be equal, but only the men can be equal or whatever, like that part of them, like they're like maybe not good enough. I won't sign on to that. You know what I mean? It may be a step in the right direction, but I mean, this is like blatant. I can understand being fucking pissed off about something like that. I can put myself in situations where they're like, they're giving you, a fraction of what you want, and you're like, nah, man, that's not good enough. This is basic bullshit. This is not like negotiable on those terms. I've been there. I mean, at the same time, they will goddamn if they ever look back on me, Drew, or Darkmatter in the future, they will all agree that we are pieces of shit. But I hope that everybody can understand that we're trying to move shit in the right direction.
I'm guessing it's because we all eat meat. I think that'll be a thing that people look back on and see as barbaric.
Yeah, I think so.
I know for a fact that Darkmatter has had his fair share of mouthfuls of pocket sausage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There, she shared quotes in which Stanton stated that educated, virtuous white women were more worthy of the vote, and her fear for future women if these degraded black men were allowed to vote. Years prior, when speaking with Frederick Douglass at an 1886 meeting of the American Equal Rights Association, Susan B. Anthony famously asserted, "I will cut off this right arm of mine before I will ever work or demand the ballot for the Negro and not the woman." Of course, in the 19th century, when only white men were able to cast a ballot, there were disagreements among campaigners about which disenfranchised group deserved the vote first. Whether Anthony was referring specifically to the white woman or all women, regardless of race, is irrelevant when you consider her abandonment of her abolitionist roots when black men were being heinously lynched across the nation for attempting to exercise their newly constitutionalized right to vote. Some people might argue that women such as Susan B. Anthony were just products of the times in which they lived, that she didn't live in an era that welcomed progressive ideals and outspoken opposition. But that's bullshit. Compassion wasn't invented in the 21st century. When African Americans were facing injustice at an inopportune time for her, Susan B. Anthony did nothing.
Well, I don't think that like the qualities you see, like compassion, I don't think anybody's saying that those just exist now. But obviously there were still compassionate people that held what are considered today very backwards beliefs, referring, along racial lines and even along gender lines and stuff. That doesn't mean that they were just all around uncompassionate people.
Dude, like if what you're looking for is the perfect human being in history, you're going to be pretty disappointed. That everybody is fucked up. Everybody. All of our political fucking heroes have fucked up in one fucking degree or another. All of our historical American heroes have made fucking giant mistakes. They were far from fucking perfect. So you can always find something that you disagree with, but like this, erase your name from fucking history. No, if you want, try and add this part of the history to her history. Like, although she didn't do this or whatever, she focused more on that, add it to it. I don't give a fuck. But like the getting rid of it, you can't talk about how great Abraham Lincoln was if you don't talk about slavery or the Civil War. You know what I mean? Like those are parts of what made him a great president.
I just like to point out that TJ just acknowledged that a white supremacist president was a great president. I just want to clear that up for everybody listening in the chat. Everybody who hears all those Streamlabs where TJ's saying racially insensitive things.
We've already established.
Point that out.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
Mark it down on your calendars, Street, because I am the one that chooses the Streamlabs. And unless you win the option to choose a Streamlabs, which I let people really choose it. That's why there's that terrible one about me, the unpure blood one. I fucking hate that one. But somebody picked it out perfectly, and I did it.
Well, Cernian,
that was the fucking prize.
Cernian had an interesting point. I don't know the exact percentage, but he said in 1790 about 5% of people were allowed to vote, and it was just the landowners. So yeah, it actually has. I want to say it was even for most of U.S. history. Certain states started changing.
Yeah, white male landowners.
You had to be just a white, not just white male, but you had to be like a landowner to vote.
Yeah, that's
That was-
what
that
I'm
was
saying.
for
White
the-
male
yeah.
landowners.
So for the longest
you had to meet
time-
all those criteria.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing that's changed. Now you could argue whether that's for the better, or for the worse, or whatever. But the criteria has changed, where it hasn't just always been this idea of like one person, one vote is relatively new. That is a newer thing. So it isn't
Yeah,
like from
I
the
mean-
beginning everybody could, except the women couldn't vote and black people couldn't vote. It's been a changing thing over time.
We do slowly move in the right direction, but I think it's so slowly that it almost makes no like real difference. It makes us like we just take forever to fucking learn from our mistakes, forever, and it's not encouraging. Anyway,
One of my favorite things about Susan B. Anthony is she made me fucking rich when I was a little kid, and people used to, when those Susan B. Anthony silver dollars were going around so much, people always mistook them for quarters because they were the same size.
Yeah, I got
And
one.
I would get,
I got one over here.
yeah, I'd get tons of those things.
Yeah, but they're
People
not
mistake.
They're not actually silver though. Kind of bummed out.
Well, they were
'cause
still worth, 4 times what a quarter was worth.
Yeah. I wish there was some silver in there. I would collect them.
I remember working at these raves, shit you not, back in the day, and I did security for these raves, and I went to one, to work security, and I was working security, but they were like, yo, somebody like, had to leave that was doing the water stand over there, so like, can you take their place? And I was like, okay, and I ran over there, and they put me in front of the, in charge of the fucking cash box or whatever. And basically what it is 3 coolers, and they're moving water. They're putting as many bottles of water and ice into these coolers and getting them fucking cold. And then they're selling them for $3 a piece at this fucking rate. And people are just lined up to get it. And so I fucking, I immediately was like, give me a piece of paper and a marker. And I fucking made a thing that said water $5. And then I fucking took down the old sign and put up the fucking new one. And I immediately started taking $2 off the top of every fucking bottle of water. And I swear to God, I must have cleared like $2,000. It was so much money. And I was like, oh, that was a great decision. Not only that, but you're there till the end of the thing. So after you kick everyone out, you get to do like a sweep of the fucking area, the building. You find all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. Friggin' ecstasy pills and friggin' bags of who knows what, and fucking little bits of freaking cash here and there. It was pretty funny. Cell phones.
I was wondering.
It was called 55 Degrees, and they'd put like a carpet down on an ice skating rink, and then as the night went on, they would slowly peel back the carpet, and it would like create its own like fog.
So did I catch that right? You price gouged water?
Yeah, at a rave, yeah, with a bunch of fucking like people
that are
rolling
being
their
burnt,
asses
that are
off.
like they're fucking burning their
They're like,
brains on drugs and teeth.
Everything's fun, dude. There would be people that fucking showed up in line and would be not only give me $20 for 4 bottles of water to take back to their friends or whatever, but would tip me on top of it.
I'm just waiting to see how long it takes. Okay, I see a couple in the chat. I'm waiting to see how long it takes for you to catch shit for gouging water.
Why do people in the future look back
Dude, by the
on
way,
us
there
in
was
the history
bathrooms
and
there.
think
There
we're
was-
bad people?
There was bathrooms there. These people had access to water, but they had the option to purchase cold bottled water instead, and that's what they chose to pay for. Okay,
there you go.
Okay, so now the future will not look negatively on you. There will not
Exactly.
be a podcast 100 years
They
from
had
now that's
access
shit
to
all over
fucking
TJ.
Tap water. There was tap water in the bathroom.
TJ's the guy outside the gas station where he's charging like $30 for a pack of water. He's like, it rains. Just wait.
Yeah,
Would you
exactly. Exactly. By the way, I'm sure that you could push that car. Doesn't have to run on gasoline.
There's hills.
Yeah, ups and downs. That's life, baby.
Oh man! All right, let's try. We're getting into last nerve territory here. Let's try this one first. This lady was dropped from the Alex Jones show. Technical issue or conspiracy?
So Australian invited me, how kind of them. I put up a tweet, okay? A couple weeks ago, I put up a tweet. Once I found out that they were going on another lockdown for 6 weeks, they were not even letting people go outside of their homes, okay? Except for maybe essential services here and there. And they said they were having a wall of steel, meaning police forces all the way outside the city of Melbourne to make sure nobody comes in or out. So I put up a tweet defending their individual liberties, saying, hey, this is like prison. This is basically prison. You know, Australians, fight for your liberties. So the Australian...
While her Skype comes back, let's go ahead and roll the video of her on Australian television when they cut it off, claiming a technical difficulty. Kind of like when Biden has trouble speaking, they claim it's a technical difficulty. Here it is.
Okay, number one, the CDC is counting presumptive positive tests, presumptive positive cases as positive. So if you even have the sniffles, if you have a headache, then you are tested positive now. We also have the president of Tanzania, who also have...
I think she's got a shitty internet connection.
That's what it sounds
I
like.
think the link is dropping out because I don't think we should be giving her any airtime.
Well, Ali.
Come on.
Ali.
That is
Ali, you knew that
ridiculous.
interview was happening last night. You can't then just go and
That
say,
woman,
oh,
that woman that was talking, I just coincidentally saw a tweet of hers. Was it yesterday? No, it was earlier today, I think, or what? It might have been last night. Whenever the DNC was going on, and she was saying that why is if the family of George Floyd is at the DNC, what are they giving? Are they giving away crack or something? It was along those lines.
Awesome.
The anchor here, is she saying something about how like we shouldn't have her on because of the issues or what?
I didn't even hear what she
said. I say because it sounds like internet breaking up, but then she says that and it's like, oh.
well, Ali.
Hold on.
The link is dropping out because I don't think we should be giving her any airtime.
Oh,
the
and
link
then
is
he
dropping
says,
out.
"Do you know that the interview happened last night or something like that?"
Ali.
Come on.
Ali.
That is
Ali, you knew that
ridiculous.
interview was happening last night. You can't then just go and say, oh, I don't like what she's saying now. She has a right to her opinion. Do you know that there are complete whack jobs in this country who think the same thing?
So was that her Skype breaking up like it just did, or were they cutting her off? I know that the United Nations censors people. I know they censor Greg Reese. I know they censor us. I know the head of YouTube says if something disagrees with the United Nations, we shut it down. And that's why we need our own communications. By the way, I'm inviting her to town
This
next
guy's
week.
fucking voice box is gonna like shake itself to death.
It's because you don't take that man talk.
He speaks in fucking like growls and grumbles.
Testosterone.
You have no idea. It's like Jesus Christ, man. I've heard fucking professional wrestlers that do it. You know, you're gonna wreck your big fat neck.
So she can be in studio with us. I ran into her out at the Big Virginia Rally for Guns and really familiar with her work. And we're going to get her in studio next week. That way, one way or another, we can actually hear what she has to say because she's smart as a whip.
Smart as a whip. A very smart whip.
Let's try this one for our last hour. I think we'll be able to spend some time on this one. This is Kenneth Copeland excuses Trump swearing because he's too busy to watch Christian TV.
I heard he was recently canceled.
Kenneth Copeland?
Yeah.
Good. This is only from a couple days ago.
Apparently they canceled his show. Yeah.
Good.
His show on like the Christian network?
Yeah, whatever network it's on.
Why did they cancel
I just
it?
heard. Maybe it was this. I have no idea. But if you could look it up, it's.
I think it's just a fucking gotten a lot of attention lately.
Didn't know
It's
what it
blowing
was.
on COVID and shit.
God, look at that man's head. Jesus.
Look at that man's suit and tie. It's a
And they
paisley
told him-
tie and a plaid suit.
And to think about like how many, like this guy is what, $750 to $1 billion he has.
Christian Network TBN cancels. That's Meta's thing. Oh, god damn it! Hold on. We'll do the ad blocking. See, it's going to be discontinued. Is what this one says. Why? After 30 years of airing Sundays on TBN.
Mm-hmm. The money done dried up.
We made the decision to. Okay. Yeah, we made the decision to discontinue the Sunday BVOV.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, if the money were still there, they'd keep them.
Yep. Money dried up.
I wonder if it was Corona.
It's probably part of it, and the fact that he's been going viral for doing stupid shit. John Oliver covered him and shit like that. And so I'm sure they're getting a lot more negative attention than positive attention at this point.
Viewer response has been much lower, so Copeland discontinued Sunday broadcast of their show. Yeah.
And nobody wants to listen to you, you fucking old dipshit.
Even on that station.
Creep the fuck away on your private jet.
About it, he said, "That's evil. Let's get rid of it." And he did it by executive order. Now, when we re-elect him this time, then it can be ratified, and it will no longer be illegal to preach politics in the pulpit where it should be preached.
It's not illegal, you colossal dipshit, because getting a tax exemption isn't a fucking constitutional right.
Exactly. And by the way, you are free to pay those taxes and then use your pulpit to preach politics and not just religion, because it's not politics that is tax-free, it's the religion part. So you can't just do it under the guise of religion.
What's he doing right now, by the way?
Yeah, exactly.
He's complaining about the thing he's not allowed to do while doing it.
Because the people watching are fucking like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, those are the people that think they were actually it was illegal to say Merry Christmas before 2017.
They won't let you pray in schools. No. It's different than forcing everyone to pray in schools. You dumb cunt.
Yeah, Terry, that's where it started in the first place. The Black Robe Regiment.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Which I'm a part of that. I'm Donald Trump's partner, and he's my partner. I'm on his spiritual advisory council.
Yeah, that speaks volumes.
He's the first president ever in our lifetime to request that there be...
He just did the denture thing.
Request. Someone made his dentures just one size too big.
It's like they start sliding out. Yeah. And he has to
request the United States
a spiritual advisory council. And he called on
It's
James
council,
Robinson.
not council. Council, not council. Council.
He's on. Wait a minute. What was the fucking thing Bush started? It was some kind of.
Oh, that was called the Iraq War.
No. It was the fucking. It was almost the same thing. It might have had a different name, but it was like you were going to have like a committee of like spiritual advisors in the White House.
Yeah,
What the fuck was it called? So I mean, he's saying this is the first president in our lifetime, which those two things aren't the same thing, but in our lifetime, he's not even the first president this century that's done it.
Yeah,
they all do it. They've been doing this for like fucking ever. We need spiritual advisors.
And you know it's kind of sad that an advisor to the president is like doing gimmicky blowing the pandemic away shticks. It's scary that people like these have the ear of the president.
Yeah. You remember he sanitizes though. You remember his hand being all lubed up when he.
Oh God.
To help him select them. He said, I want men and women that can advise me. what to do.
Because he doesn't know what the fuck to do.
When the primaries were going on, just right in 2016, Paula White, bless her heart, and she's the one that led him to the Lord years ago. And she still calls
Is that before or after
Gloria
the pussy grabbing
and
thing?
me her spiritual parents, and she's now on his staff. She called us all together, and we went up to Trump Tower, and so Gloria and I was sitting, when you walked in there was a corner table there, and we were right on that corner where he had to come here and walk right by us and then walk up to the podium, and he's a fast-moving guy. I mean, he talks on the go. So he walks by and he said, "Kenneth and Gloria Copeland, I watch you on TV all the time." Now, Paula
All he
told
does
me
is
until
watch
he
TV.
got elected president, gospel TV is all he ever watched. He didn't watch anything else.
Bullshit.
Dude, do you
like that?
You actually believe that? Oh my god.
How does he know so much about what goes on Fox News then?
Yeah.
Jesus
or
Christ.
CNN or anyone the fuck else.
Dude, does anybody-
Or Twitter, the
Dude.
time for Twitter.
Anybody would actually buy that.
By the way, what was his record? We covered this before. How many hundreds of tweets was it in one day?
Oh, I don't remember. I thought
it's ridiculous.
one of y'all brought that up. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was like every
me.
hour though.
No. It was like hundreds of tweets in one day. I want to say it was like 200, or no, it was like I think it was 200 on the dot. I want to say.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I don't even do that much when I'm like in a heated argument with someone on Twitter, and I'll get like way up there and
Bro, and
tweet.
you're not the fucking president. Like, look, tweeting a couple times or whatever, and especially about like stuff that you think you want to get a message across, fine. But like once you start tweeting that incessantly, you're just a fucking like man child. And you're no better than anyone the fuck else on Twitter, really. It's not like something you would expect a president to fucking do.
Let's see,
It's like something, and the fact that he does it directly, and it's not someone doing it on his behalf, not even spamming on his behalf. He's doing it directly. That shit's crazy to me.
This looks like it's from June. It says President Donald Trump on Friday sent exactly 200 tweets and retweets.
Told you.
The most so
Mine like
far
a
during
steel
his,
trap.
The most so far during his presidency amid
Yeah.
ongoing nationwide protests about police brutality.
So yeah, that was it. 200. I nailed it.
Yeah.
But that's fucking wild, man. That's wild. Anyway, let's hear what Copeland has to say here.
Well, he sure uses foul language. Yeah, but he's president of the United States. He can talk any way he wants to.
Yeah, shall
Apparently
talk
you
to
can't.
your- Dude, let me hear that one more time.
States, he can talk any way he wants to.
Ironic to screw up that.
He got over into the place where he didn't have time
That fucking
to watch
toupee,
gospel
though.
television, and it slipped back in his mouth. But
What slipped back in his mouth? I
The
missed it.
the bad words because he doesn't have enough time to watch Christian television. Because he used to watch it all the time.
Is that why?
Mm-hmm.
That must be why. Sure.
He's much too busy
I'd rather have a man
playing golf,
that
basically.
just stand up there and
Hey,
just
His
cut
brother,
it.
you know, Trump's brother just died.
Yeah.
And Trump, everyone's like, R.I.P. Trump's brother. And Trump like was golfing and then was tweeting about Fox News and CNN being fake news both. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing like rest in peace, my brother. Like,
No.
he didn't give a shit, but everyone
doesn't give a
expects
shit.
everyone else to give a shit. Yeah, no thanks.
No.
Nobody cares.
Oh.
I posted a GIF of the guy like using a water bottle to pour fake tears on his face and going like,
By the way,
Dogs are going crazy over here.
both Trump and Kenneth Copeland have very vagina-like necks. Just want to put that out there.
yeah, and they're both.
I wonder if they could
full
scissor.
of a lot of
You
shit
know,
and
like
say dumb shit.
You heard it here.
if Trump and Copeland were to neck, I mean, it would technically be scissoring.
Bro, That would look like two tortoises, like fucking trying to get it the fuck on. Put Mitch McConnell in there for good measure and really turtle it the fuck out.
Have you ever heard a turtle have sex?
Yeah, I have heard a tortoise moan. Yes. It was what.
That's
All
even
right,
more
wait a
fucked
second.
up.
I gotta write that down. There's no way I'm letting that fucking pass.
I couldn't get off the. I couldn't just get off the show quietly. I had to.
Dude, are you shitting me? All right, that's that's at 102. I'll start checking it out. Episode, what is this? 291. We're getting close to 300 people.
Oh, we got to do a special Thermopylae episode then.
Sure. And I guess Joe will take the fucking prize. So
Cool.
Enjoy. I'll have to figure out your address and whatnot. And thank you everybody for showing up. We really do appreciate it. Darkmatter, thank you for joining us. Drew, excellent show as usual.
Yep.
We love you all. If you are a patron or a subscribe star or whatever, we will send out a message with the link and time of the patron show. So please stay tuned for that. And to everyone else, or unless we don't do it before next Tuesday, we will see you next Tuesday.
Later, guys.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. We love you. God loves you. He really does. Bye-bye for today. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye for today.
Bye-bye. We love you.
Bye-bye.